I'm going to do an impression, actually. Do you want me to do an impression of Eddie Redmayne pretending to be trans? Because it's so funny, right? It's just like, you know, it's just that kind of stuff, right? It's just that was a good impression of Eddie Redmayne being a trans woman. Did you see that? Did you see my impression? It's like this. It's like this. It's like that. I do miss living near a river for the dragonflies, also for the dead sheep that would float down. So romantic. Yes, in the sunlight, in the late evening sunlight, the bloated corpse of a dead sheep as it floats down the river. Berries that dropped to the ground, and I didn't get them in time, and they managed to make more. Any citrus fruit you can make marmalade with? Okay, so I'm not sure I knew that. Although I started to guess it. I started to guess that might be the case. Based on what you were saying. Based on your, clues in the chat. But yeah, so I don't know, because I kind of just had an orange, I don't know if so I was boy moding, as we like to call it. And I was absolutely paranoid that people would notice that my boobs were a little bit bigger than they used to be, or a little bit bigger than they should be, or whatever, and they'd see it, and I was like, I wore like quite a tight kind of sports bra, but it had no padding at all. It was just like tight to hold it to my chest and all this kind of stuff. That's what I just felt like I had to do. And then I started noticing. Lucy's got the info. 3. The important number we've been looking for is 3. There are 3 dolphins currently in Norway. Can we get that number down to 0, guys? Do you think that's something we can try and do? Leftover. I'm going to put the spanner in the leftover pile. Let's see how he fits. He fits pretty well, actually. Thanks for the follow. End stream fact now. That's a fucking... What the fuck? Who makes an account like that? They've actually gone to the trouble of making that account. So, since I got my new voice. Not then. The first time I did it. It was so cool. Honestly, it was so cool. Yeah, this is looking a lot better already. A lot better. There was a bunch of colour subs there. This is going to be brilliant. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. It's too much. I'm just going to go and cry now. I'm just going to go into the other room and cry. I can't even get to my Mac. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Okay, I'm going to put this off for a little bit longer now. Well, what did this make you do? What happened to your butthole when this... No. What? Sorry, wrong one. Hello, everyone. It's me. What's this doing? I don't know. Hello. Let me just get my headphones on. Hope you're all doing really well. Actually, I have no idea because I can't see your chats because I've not put it up. So I should do that as well. I should get the chats up. Just realised. And there's no music. Here we go. Right, music. That's better. Hey, Nicole. Open chats. Open the chat. Pop out. Good, we got it. That's exactly my intention. Yes. Hey, did you just subscribe? Because it says, I don't know, it says the other one's not a subscriber. That's weird. Never mind. I guess they're a little bit jackier, aren't they? I never really thought about that. I'll tell you what they are though. The Gucci. These are the most expensive. Actually, you know what? This is probably the most expensive fashion item that I own, including shoes, dresses, etc. It's these sunglasses. So they only come out on very special occasions. And today's, I don't know if today counts actually, but it's the safe. Like, you know, I try to be very careful if I'm going out with them. So, cheers, happy Sunday, everybody. Merry Christmas. It does feel like Christmas, doesn't it now? This feeling that I have in my head and the sound of my voice sounds a little bit and seems a little bit like Christmas, doesn't it? Little too much of Christmas spirits. I'm gonna try not to go on about it too much. Suffice to say, I had a good time. I had a really good time. Oh my gosh, I had a good time. There was good things happening that I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you about them. I can't even say what happened. It was so good. Oh yeah, that's me. Look at the state of that. I haven't done my eyes or anything. That's why I just kind of put my sunglasses on, because I was like, you know what, I can't be bothered doing my eyes. But I am gonna do them. Thank you. We got a first time chat from It's Logico. They're good. They are really good, aren't they? Really good. I bought them in Marbella as a special present to myself, back when I had a little bit of money to spend. Which is nice. I mean, you know, when you got a bit of money, it's good to spend it on nice things. You got ads. Oh no. I don't know. If only there was something that could be done about that. If only there was some way to avoid getting adverts. If only. And they're out of here. Well, it's not my fault. This is called Twitch. And if you don't like adverts, then what you gotta do is you gotta subscribe. That's what you gotta do. Which can be free. If you're using Amazon Prime, if you go Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. Oh, cool. Yes, good. I granted you. It's clever that I did that, isn't it? You see, I've actually got a third hand under the table. Hello, Aurelia. Aurelia has account problems, so she had to make a temporary account just so she can mod. Oh, look at that. This guy Teddy's following me. How nice. Hello, this guy Teddy. I think I might know who you are. Unless you're an imposter, which is always possible, isn't it? Terrible imposter. It's probably Graham Linehan pretending. Imagine. Oh, I shouldn't give him ideas. I should not give him ideas. Do you know he's gone to America? Apparently he's gone to the States. He's fled to the United States, like all the best people do, like Nigel Farage, and, you know, they always head off to the States. So that's what he's done as well, apparently. I do know you, of course I do. How you doing, Ted? You having a good Christmas so far? Ted is my friend. Yeah. So if anyone is interested in not having adverts, as I was saying, then you just need to subscribe, and you can do it on Amazon Prime. It should be free. If it's not free, then also you can pay money. This is another thing you can do, which will really help me, honestly. Either way, it really helps me. What did I ask? I asked if you were having a good Christmas time. Are you having a wonderful Christmas time? Is the question. And I trust, or I very much hope that the answer is yes. But also, it may be no. Because the thing about Christmas for LGBTQ people, she says while doing her makeup, is that it can actually sometimes be quite a difficult and lonely time for us. Like, it's not compulsory. You don't have to have a bad time when you're LGBTQ. But it's often the case. But it is a good time if you've got found family, because that's the thing, right? It's like you often have to see family, and family can sometimes be the worst. You know, literally the worst. Like, yes, of course I support your endeavors, dead name. You'll always be my precious son or daughter, or, getting it wrong, right? It doesn't mean they don't love you, but it can be quite difficult. It's mostly because cis people are a bit stupid. You've got to really be patient with them, is my experience. Like treat them like babies. Treat them like babies. And, you can't get too angry at babies. I mean, you can get a little bit angry as a special treat occasionally, but generally speaking, try not to get too angry at babies, because they're just babies. And if you think about cis people a little bit like babies, then it can help, actually. It can help. And if there are any cis people in the channel watching this, yes, I'm talking about you. But you don't have to take offense. You can if you like. It's fine. It's off to a really good start. I know, it's nice to see you too. I'm going to make some Lego at some point soon. It's going to be a little bit of a slow one, just going to warn you, because I was partying hard. Not just last night, but also last night, but also Friday night as well. That's 2 nights in a row. And for someone of my decrepitude, that's actually quite a feat. At my advanced decrepitude, the decrepitudinousness. Hello, Bill, how you doing? Yeah, right, you were already taken, yeah, someone had taken it. Never mind, but it's still a good one, still a good username. Says, yes, I am, starting my new job tomorrow, and I am nervous, says Ted. Well. I mean, I'm not surprised. Tomorrow, so yeah, Monday, just before Christmas as well. But I hope it goes really well for you. If you want to tell us what kind of job you are going to be doing, you are welcome to. If you want to keep it a secret, that's also fine. Sometimes it's not a good idea to share too much on an open channel, in case they're listening. Do it in code. Just do it in code. Hey Freya, how you doing? It's good to see you. Freya says, it would be if we actually had proper winter weather. It's too hot here. It's about 10 degrees above average. Hold on. So it's about 10 degrees and that is above average. Or it's 10 degrees above average. And what's the average? I'm going to say that it's 10 degrees and that is above average. And that's what you meant. I don't know. Yeah, probably. And that is kind of warm. For December, like mid-December, literally mid-December, isn't it? 15th today. That's kind of warm, 10 degrees, yeah. I remember once in January, it was 16 degrees in the north of Norway. And that was really cray. That was a weird day, actually, weird day. It's going to be 14 on Wednesday. Yeah, scary times, isn't it? Scary times. I'm not a huge fan of climate catastrophe. I think it's a good idea to call it climate catastrophe rather than climate change, because change sounds like all change can be as good as a rest. It's like no, that's not what it is actually. That sounds like something your mum would say. Oh, change can be as good as a rest. Climate change, that sounds okay. It sounds nice. Don't be so pessimistic all the time, Mom. Can't talk at this bit. It's funny how I can just hear my parents in my head all the time, bickering. I wish they'd shut up. But I mean, then they don't, it's just the stuff in my head. I know, I'll be talking to my therapist about it this week. Figured out recently that most of my family dead names and misgenders me when talking about me when I'm not there. Oh, Ted, I'm so sorry. That's not horrible. I actually discovered something similar earlier on in my transition. I don't know if they still do it. I don't think they do still do it. I think finally they got the memo. But that's rubbish, isn't it? That is just rubbish. Absolute. And because, it's lazy. It's not necessarily malicious, but it is very lazy and disrespectful. And, as I say, babies. You just gotta treat them like babies. Which we shouldn't have to, but there you go. There's a lot of things we shouldn't have to do, isn't there? There's so many things we shouldn't have to do, and yet here we are. Anyway, the vibes are good. The vibes are very good. It's a chill Sunday stream. My name is Meja. I will be your host this afternoon. We're going to be having a fun time building Lego R2-D2. And this is my little corner of the internet. It's called Transbricks. The reason it's called Transbricks is because of Lego bricks that are transparent are called Transbricks, and that is the only reason. I went on another Transformers stream recently, I was just checking out the streamers, as you do. And I do it under this account, because I'm not going to have multiple accounts for no reason. And she was a little worried that I was the troll, She was a little worried that with my username I was trolling her. And I felt so bad. I was like, no, I'm not. This is me kind of taking the piss out of myself. And oh no, I didn't. It never occurred to me, because that's what some people do. People with far too much time on their hands and no social skills, they'll go online and they'll, make accounts with horrible names and stuff just to kind of troll trans people. And she thought I was one of them just because of my username, and I was like, that's wrong. Sorry, it's me, Meja. And she was like, no, I know who you are. Oh, everyone brace yourselves. If you've got something like a handle or something, then hold on tight. Kind of make sure you got both feet planted hard on the floor, securely. If you can, you might want to just get down and kind of crouch into a crouch position. Jesus, there it was. This guy Ted says, I can't party hard because I get so hungover. This is what happens when you get a little old, isn't it? And I can attest to that effect. It's a real thing. But I have my emergency Coca-Cola. It's not Coca-Cola actually, because it's ethical. It's something I don't know. Do I have I don't have a coffee. Hey, Aurelia, could you be a massive solid and grab my... Actually, I don't think I've even got coffee anymore. Could you just make me a coffee, please, babe? I need fluids. I had some fluids last night, but I need some more. No, I am not talking about alcohol. Okay, Bill says, currently repairing my halogen oven. Well, that's a fun Sunday for all the family. Nicole says, I could never party 2 days in a row nowadays. Well, I didn't think I could. Like, when the opportunity arose, I was like, well, that would be nice, wouldn't it? But unfortunately, I'm 48. And then I kind of thought, well, you know what? I'm going to just do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to give it a go. So this is really good mascara. It's a micro one. It's a MAC. I actually got this free. That's the thing with a lot of MAC products. Even though they're really expensive, like a bit too expensive really, they are quite good. And also they often throw in little freebies. So I got this as a little freebie. And that's, it sort of makes it slightly less expensive. First, and it is good. It's like my best mascara really. It's going to run out soon because it's only a little one. Thanks, Aurelia. I totally forgot to ask that before. A little bit more for the other eye. Can you see? Yeah, you can see that. It does make a difference. I do like makeup. It's like a filter that you're allowed to do. It's a socially acceptable filter that women have been using for, at least a couple of decades. Maybe even more. I suspect we've been doing it ever since we found pigments, haven't we? Makeup. Thank you, Aurelia.
Yeah. It's not super warm because there was a third of a cup already.
That's cool. That's cool.
Jacob's is open today, so I could run over and get a Coke.
No, it's fine. No, don't worry about it. This is good. I think I'm pretty good, and I know we got some chalky milk as well. We're good. I should survive the next few hours. I'll let you know. Well, you'll probably find out if I don't. Going to be 14, yeah, on Wednesday. Gosh, shorts weather. But I also stopped drinking, so parties are not that interesting anymore. No, that's true. When you're surrounded by drunk people, it's a bit weird, isn't it? And you're kind of sober. It's like, you just think, gosh, these people are really silly. Oh my God, there was one woman on the night bus home last night. There was one woman, she was so annoying. And she was singing, what was she singing? I could buy myself flowers. Sweet, that one, I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, but she was so bad at singing. And she just sang it over and over again, the whole bus journey, top of her voice, no attempt to actually sing the song with, the right pitches and, melodies and things. It was just painful. I had my earmuffs on, but it didn't muffle out all the sound. And she was stood at the other end of the bus, and it was a long bus. I wasn't enjoying it. Other people were. I don't really understand, but they were drunk as well. I wasn't that drunk. I think I bought myself one drink last night. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I bought myself one drink. But that's not all I drank. Let's see. I think I'm going to go for... No, I'll go for this, because I put the dark liner on, so I'm going to do this one. It's a darker thing as that. I think I'm going to just leave it there. No, I'm going to do one more thing. A little bit of colour on my cheeks so I don't look completely dead. So I look like I've got a pulse. Always a good idea. Top trick for you there, top tip. To fool people into thinking you actually do have a pulse. To make your cheeks rosy. It's all smoke and mirrors, isn't it? It's all lies. Got my hair done recently as well, so my roots aren't showing anymore, which is great. I got that done on Friday for the first party. Really kind of a confidence boost, actually. I like it. And there we go, got some rosy cheeks. Ta-da! Finito, magnifico. Let's put this over here. I'm hot. It's always a bit hot up here because of the lights, etc. Right, what's going on in my chat? What you all saying? Sir Frey's not a fan of the heat. I'm starting in a company that assists in the energy sector and reducing climate impact. I will work with IT and cybersecurity. Good job. Go on, give me a good job. iPhone. Hey, there you go. Good job. I think we all agreed. Good job. Hey, Treasure Hunters. Good to see you. Also, excuse my horrible phrasing. I'm very tired. Don't worry about it. The phrasing was fine, and I'm very tired too. I didn't think they did that. It's so dishonest to call me a she and use a name that isn't even my legal... No, that's horrible. It is horrible. They shouldn't do it. It's probably laziness. Like, literally just laziness. And it's the old saying, never ascribe to malice what can be accounted for incompetence. Something like that, anyway. But so you know what I mean. I would certainly hope it's not malicious, right? It's just, but it looks very similar. Yay, Aurelius Purple. How you doing, Ashley? Are you having a good Sunday? I'm streaming a little later than my advertised schedule because I'm so tired. That's gotta be good for the ego. You look so good, I think people would use your photo to catfish with. Right, I guess. I don't know if my photo really pops up though. It was just the net username really, mostly. I'm a bit of a party girl at the moment, 1000, I know. Feeling it. After I turned 30, it just got horrible. Fluids of the non-flammable variety. Never tried lighting them actually. I don't think they'd light. This guy Ted says, honestly, I think it depends. If I got the chance to party with trans and queer people 2 days in a row, I'd take it. So I was partying with people. Last night was definitely a very diverse crowd. No question about it. Oh, there was this fabulous, I'm going to call her a trans woman, but she's probably more like gender fluid. I don't know. She was literally another head higher than me. She was fabulous, as they say. She was slay queen, but she also wasn't super over the top. She was gorgeous. And I asked her name. I'm not going to say her name. I don't want to dox her. But she said, hi, and then it was like a guy's name. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's like, that's not a girl's name at all. And you are looking so good. It's like, and that's cool, right? I think that's kind of cool. And there's a lot of really beautiful, fabulous, wonderful people there of every kind of variety. Mostly cis, right? Sure, mostly cis. God bless them. But it was really good, Ashlyn is putting up final Christmas lights that were supposed to be up last week, but she got ill. Yeah, we haven't actually done that yet, have we already? I mean, we've got a bit of lights. I actually bought some new lights for my back setup. My back setup? Where is it? Here we are. I actually bought some new lights to light up my rear entryway. But and I haven't put them up yet. I just got 2 little LED strips, and I do have another one there that's not been used. And I also got, where is it? There it is. Because the USB, you see. So I got like a USB 4-way adapter. I was going to set them up for today, but I didn't, did I? That should be done. Like, I suppose I could do it on stream, and then I'll miss chat, so probably won't. Ted says, I live in a place that's like 12 citizens, and you're the trans one. You're the only trans in the village. That's the funny thing to be, isn't it? I know it very well, because I was very similar back where I was living as well, in Kristiansund. I think I was the only trans in the village there as well. I mean, it's a city, but it's a village. Nice to get a face for Aurelia. It is nice to have a... Aurelia, have you got a face? I never noticed that. What? Has she got a face? I'm just going to click on a username. No, it's just anonymous. What do you mean? Oh, wait. No, hold on. She came behind me. Yeah, okay. She was here. That's what Aurelia looks like. Yes, the real person live on stream. She does exist. She doesn't just exist in my imagination. She's a real person. She is. The rest aren't. Hey Slofted, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a fantastic chill day. Ted says, I've met both Meja and Aurelia several times. Marvellous people, both of them. Oh, thank you, Ted. You are too. Thank you. I really need to get my makeup game on, says Nicole. Makeup's really cool. It's fun. I think it's fun. I've been doing it quite a long time, most of my life. And obviously after FFS, it made a lot more sense. Everything was like, oh my God, this is what it should be like, right? I get it now. But it's still really good fun. You can still do a lot even when even without FFS, The girl I was talking to last night, the amazing 6-foot stunner guy, whatever. I don't know who he was, but he were amazing, and I thought they were fantastic. What was I going to say? I can't remember. Anyway, they look good as well with makeup. I can't remember what I was going to say. I wasn't going to say that, but I was going to say something else. Hello, Story Girl. Good to see you. You're peeking in. Have a little peek. Speaking of heat, it's 33C here. What? At 1:45 in the morning. What? All hail air conditioning. I'm very well, Story Girl. It's really nice to see you. You're in the lower eastern areas of the world. And gosh, 33 at 1 in the morning. That's ridiculous. Absolutely, I couldn't do it. Well, it's a good job you got aircon, of course. Yeah. Thousand says I'm good. Cough is mostly gone. So yay! So you're well for Christmas. Cough's gone for Christmas. Perfect timing. Ted says I can't move because of co-parenting and I want to tear my hair out. Oh, I know exactly how you feel. I did move. My kids are still in the north and I'm down here, so I miss them terribly. I look forward to seeing them again soon. I'm actually not going to be with them for Christmas, first time ever, but I am going to go up shortly after Christmas, and we're going to have like a second Christmas, and it'll be nice. Because yeah, I do really miss them. Miko says a slight lag in the stream versus reality. Was there a... It looks like there's no lag on my end. Or is there something? Aurelia says, both me and your breakfast today are figments of everyone's imagination, nothing more than a psychic phenomenon. I magicked them out of my brain. I was like, oh, you know what I could really do with a big fried breakfast? Delivered to my bed about now, and then bing! It's like, oh, I wonder what else I could do. I would like someone to gift 1,000 subscriptions. No. Okay, it didn't work. Aurelia, both me and your breakfast... I know she said that. Story Girl says Adelaide is Adelaide, South Australia. Was 40C today in the daytime. And it will be 38 tomorrow. Very warm. My kids are a bit older than yours. I don't know. How old are yours? Mine are 9. I got two 9-year-old girls and they are absolutely gorgeous human beings. Amazing. I love them absolutely to bits. I'm going to get back home and I'm just going to squeeze them. We are going to watch this video. I really want to watch this video. It's amazing. I hope I can. What was it doing before? Hold on. If I go to the... So the iPad's not on yet? Yeah, it is on. Right, hold on. Something's wrong. Why is the iPad not working? That's weird. There we go. Cool. We're watching this. This is amazing, and I think you'll appreciate it quite a lot. Do we have audio? Where's the audio? Why do we not have audio? That's weird. Did you hear that? Because I can't hear that. Did we have this problem last time? Yeah, this was the party last time. Can you just tell me if you've got audio? Because you're not hearing it. Oh gosh, why not? Why don't we have audio? How strange. I don't remember having problems. Let's just play something else and see what's going on. Like if I just play a random YouTube video, should work. Let's watch this. Yeah, no, it works. There's audio. How strange. How incredibly very strange. We'll try again. I have no idea why that wouldn't work. Honestly, no idea. Come on. Is it because I'm not signed in? That doesn't make sense. Why would I have to sign in to watch a video? I'm going to put it, I know, I'm going to put it on Chrome. Opening Chrome. This was the party last night. just off screen actually at this point. I love this video so much. I've just been playing it on my pigs over and over again. That pig. Honestly, that pig. I want a pig now. Who else wants a pig? Come on, everyone. Just because I want to make Instagram videos feeding the pig, dancing to silly music. I think this guy has got it. He's figured it out. He's figured out the internet. And honestly, that's his thing now. He just does videos like this. Fair play. He's like, yeah, he's cracked it. I hope he has great success, and the pig as well. Glad I figured the sound problem as well. There was no reason for that at all. It wasn't a technical issue, really. I mean, it was. It's just I played it from Instagram. No, I played it from Discord. It opened it in Instagram. And then it wouldn't play audio, but doing it here will. I don't get it. Oh, we're on an ad break now. How annoying. Ooh. Okay, yours are older. Yours are a little older, but maybe you can't hear me because you're on an ad break. Well, God, hey, how you doing? You're not an ad break because you're a subscriber, you clever little boy. Didn't realise Meja had footage from the party last night. That was actual footage from the party last night. As you can tell, it was a banging party. Nicole says, I had friends who lived in Adelaide for like 15 years. They then moved back to Sweden and the kids were severely shell-shocked for a long time. I'm not surprised. Let's get that music back because we did have nice music here as well. I've wanted a pig since 2011, says Ted, who's maybe on an ad break still. And you almost got one too. My goodness. That would have been good. I've wanted a pig for a while as well. Apparently pigs are smart. You're back, cool. Pigs are smarter than dogs, aren't they? Like, generally speaking, I guess there's averages, but, your average pig is smarter than your average dog, that's for sure. And I quite like that. There's another video I've been watching of a pig. And they have a pig pet, and the pig gets like upset. Like the pig has little kind of thing that he presses to say what he wants, and he says he wants some like more food or whatever. And the owner's like, no, you can't have more food. You've just had your dinner. You can't have more. And he's like, more food. And he's constantly saying more. And then he goes and sulks. He goes into his room. He waddles into his room and he like slams the door. And she's like, oh, come on, don't be like that. And it's absolutely adorable. Have you seen that one? Has anyone seen that video? It's so funny. I love it. Today we are building, speaking of naughty little pets, I guess. I don't know. Segue. That was my attempt at a segue. This is the R2D2 droid, astromech droid unit from the popular film franchise Star Trek. And we are going to be building this live on stream for your viewing pleasure. I hope you're as excited as I am about this, because I'm pretty excited. It was on sale. I saw it was on sale, discounted, only about 20%, but still 20%. That did the trick for me, apparently. Let's check the old build camera. It's charged up. That's good, isn't it? It's a rare occasion. Yeah, I do trust the computer, which I've told you to trust about 10 million times. Pocket cam. Isn't technology wonderful? I love it. We'll go to this one. And now what? Here we are. Yeah, it's on. And there we go. There's the view from my build camera. Sorry to make you all dizzy. So you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. You can also see my computer a little bit and my iPad with my pig video on it. But I don't want the pig video, I want the R2-D2 instructions. So let's get those up, shall we? Born to be alive. What is it? It's 75379. Lego 75379. It was just there, instructions. So this is the most recent Lego R2-D2. Lego have built quite a few R2-D2s over the years. But this one, 2024. Which is this year still. Only just. Aurelia says, I was planning to raise pigs. What, like pigs in space? What kind of altitude are we talking about? Pigs in space. No, you're talking about raising them like on a farm, aren't you? That's probably what you're talking about. Yeah, cool. And basically treat them like pets until you eat them. I think it would be more humane to just send them to space. Let them make a little piggy colony somewhere on a distant planet. You know, they probably do pretty well, honestly. Over the years, they'll develop their own technology and culture, and they'll tell the children scare stories about these big tall pigs who weren't very nice to them and sometimes ate them. And then they'll realize that they weren't just stories, and they'll identify the planet. They'll assemble a huge militarized space force and they'll attack. I think that would be a pretty good kind of karmic ending for the human race. We had a pretty good run, but the pigs got us in the end. They got their own back. So this looks great. I mean, I think it looks really good. And I even got this little thing as well. What is that? So I don't know what that is. It's another Lego minifig. Probably a baddie. I don't really know all that much about this though. Star Trek. So I certainly don't know what that is. And I also don't know what that is. It's a turtle with a fan. Big fan of the turtle with the fan. Okay, so it's time to open the bags. Yeah, they're pretty good as far as IQ, in terms of IQ. So how do you do IQ tests on pigs? Because I don't know. Probably most pigs could beat me as well. I don't think I'm very good at IQ tests. I also refuse to accept that IQ tests are a good measure of intelligence. Out of a matter of principle. And completely unrelated, I don't think I'm very good at them. And now the wicked smart pigs. So they can rotate shapes and things. I did see an amazing video of a chimp, who was doing some kind of memory related, kind of like an IQ test, had to press the right things. And that chimp was absolutely killing it. I don't think most humans couldn't do it, right? I would say 99% of all humans could not do what this chimp was doing. It's very impressive stuff. But I think human beings, we often we don't give animals credit, honestly. Sometimes we kind of what's the word? See, I don't even know what the words are. We underestimate them. That's the word, underestimate. I'm going to put this pile of Lego over here. Stickers. Not too many stickers, actually. Not too bad. Probably like half of the amount of stickers of your average Speed Champion set, and this is considerably more pieces. Softy says, I have seen the pig tantrum video. It's good, isn't it? It's really good. So cute. Now you also need to get 3PO. Those two sets are to scale, I believe. Oh, I know. I've seen that. I've noticed that. And you know what? I'd love that. I don't think I've got it on my phone. If you can give me a link, I'll put it on my phone. Born to be alive. Born. I want to watch that video again now. Ted says I really want to get some of those Lego flowers. Really pretty. Super good, aren't they? I got a bunch in the background. Don't know if you can see. There's a whole shelf of Lego flowers here. I got a Lego bonsai tree here, which you can't see very well, but it's there. I've also got a dozen red roses, which I still need to get a vase for, but here's one of them. And I think I got some other roses somewhere as well. Yeah, no, the Lego flowers, the Lego botanicals. Chef's kiss. Really good. And a lot of them, like the roses and where is it? I got like a dried kind of flower arrangement thing as well, which is amazing. A lot of them kind of encourage you to build it with a partner. Like the instructions are often split into two, so you can both kind of build the same thing at the same time, as like a shared romantic experience, perhaps with a glass of wine and some Barry White music playing in the background, for example. It's almost like foreplay, isn't it? Lego foreplay. Not a terrible idea. Good, you've prepared your oven. Well done. Just move this a bit here. There we go. That's better. I like to balance my compositions. But can I just say, at this point, my hair is looking good. My hair's looking good, huh? Also, I haven't put my earrings in. I should do that. It was a good one. It was good pigs in space, but I agree. Had a few pigs growing up myself. Uncles raised hogs. When they get a runt, they give it to us. Of course, they were named things like pork chop, ham, bacon, etc. So that's called foreshadowing. Poor piggies, though. Poor piggies. I don't know. It's not just the piggies, though. It makes me... That kind of whole thing, it's like it's difficult to... Once you kind of go down that little rabbit hole... Then you're like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't eat any animals. Because it's all very cultural, isn't it? Like, you know, if you said, if you suggested to the partner, it's like, you know what, I don't think I can be bothered going shopping today. Shall we just kill the dog and have it for dinner? Shall we just kill Pooch and, make a casserole? Then your wife or your husband would probably say, what? And if they realised that you weren't even joking, things would probably progress in a negative direction. But pigs were okay. And it's like, well, so it's It's a funny kind of, it suddenly makes you realise that, hey, maybe none of it's okay. Maybe we really shouldn't eat animals. I say this, and I'm still gonna eat meat. I don't know, I'm still gonna do it, but it's just, I'm just putting that out there, you know? Just putting it out there. So, we are building Lego. We are building R2-D2. Cute little droid. First appeared in, I think it was Wrath of Khan. Which is the best Star Wars film. So it's Darth Revan from the old Republican games. Is it? That's who it is. I had no idea. Chimps are insane when it comes to using logic to solve problems. It's so cool to witness. Yeah, they got like serious skills, right? Serious skills. They're kind of like idiot savants kind of thing, you know. Which is a bad thing. It's a weird thing to say that. I don't know if there's a better term for that nowadays. It's kind of a weird term. Maybe there is a better term. If there is, then I apologise. I just don't know it. But it's you know, yeah, there is a bit like that. It's pretty cool. Slofty says, I think I know the chimp video Meja is talking about, and it was more about memory and reflexes than logic. Yeah, probably, yeah. But yeah, it was really impressive, wasn't it? It's like, it was so quick. It was so quick doing it, you know? And it's like, I had to kind of think about it. I was like, yeah, okay, I think I can get this. And the chimp had done it already. I was not keeping up, I don't think. I wonder if you could teach him to play chess. You know, something like that. Could you, like, what animal could you teach to play chess where it maybe could beat you? I wonder if there is one. It's probably dolphins, isn't it? Have you seen the pointing orangutan? I don't think so. Have you got a link? Can you send a link to the pointing orangutan? I'd be very happy to watch that. Yeah, no, this is amazing, this C3PO. It's just amazing. I'm just going to pop this up. It actually is a really good set, and I've had my beady little eyes on this one for a little while. And now you say it's the same scale. That does make sense. If I go, because now that I've got R2, I probably should just get this. You know, it's like, I don't really have a choice. It's really cool. Hold on, let's have a 360. 360, please. Okay, yeah, that's been a bit weird. Yeah, this is great. I think his face is a bit silly. His face looks a bit funny, but it's still pretty good. He actually looks more like the original concept art. Yeah, of course you can, Ted. Yeah, just drop a link. He looks like more like the original concept art, which I remember seeing a long time ago. Not that I'm into Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever it is. Okay, what are we on to now? Number 5. Let me just. Oh, I see. I was putting these on that now. So I suppose this is the interior structure for it. I thought there'd be a little more preamble. There we go. So thanks for the links, Lofted. I will keep that open and I'll try and add that to my phone a little later on. This guy, Ted, a partner. Yeah, I totally have one of those. Yeah, absolutely. So neither do I. So, yeah. But hey, don't stop trying. Don't stop believing. That's my motto. These things have a habit of happening when you least expect them. Actually, I have been seeing an Italian guy recently who I'm growing a little fond of, has to be said. He's quite cool. He's quite a nice guy. I'm not used to that. I'm like, what? What is this? Are you being nice to me? What do you want? What's your game? Being nice to me. Oh, I know what you want. I know what you want. But no, I think he's actually genuinely just nice. Probably. Now, as has been suggested before, Nicole, and I do not recommend it for many, many reasons. Firstly, it's not going to be comfortable. It's going to be quite painful, probably. Also, bits can break off, and that could be dangerous. Yeah, I honestly, don't even go there. It's funny how many people suggest that. They look at me and immediately think about sex toys. I don't really understand what's going on. Aurelia says, but that's not really equivalent. Yeah, it is. Like, the dog is raised to be a pet. If you raise the pigs and treat them well. You say, okay, but I thought we were talking about pets. But they are being raised for food. The mindset around them is different. Most pigs that are raised for food are not treated all too nice. This is true. And also, but I mean, okay, so and this is the thing, right? Could you actually treat, if you know that it is gonna end up on your plate and you are gonna eat it, people would tend to not treat the animal particularly well, because the better that they treat it, the more they realize that they should not eat it. You know? It's a difficult dichotomy. That's why you know, animals that we generally eat are often not treated that well. We sort of like, forgive the word, but we sort of dehumanize them, you know? We dehumanize the animals in order to be able to eat them. That's obviously the wrong word because they're not human, but you know it's the same kind of you get the meaning I'm trying to say. 2 All Points West has just resubscribed for 10 months. Thank you, All Points. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Thanks for the resub. And technically, yeah, eating some animals but not others is hypocritical. It is, isn't it? I mean, you know, technically and actually, I don't know. It is, yeah. I think a lot of the times it's just like people just kind of don't think about it. It's like, as long as you don't think about it, it's gonna be okay. It's when you start thinking about these things, it's like, oh, this isn't okay. I shouldn't think about it. I am building R2D2. Where's my box gone? There we go. It's the R2D2 from Star Wars. I believe the film is called. I try to avoid pork as much as possible. It tastes good, doesn't it? It's 9. You wouldn't want to play chess with a chimp, would you not? Why? What would happen? What would happen? Would they just beat me and I'd get really depressed about it? Or would they get angry and pull my own arm off? Yeah, Ted says, I'm working on proper ways to use terms. Using terms properly is important. But always has been. And, you know, language evolves and language, gets better. And I think we should be open to being corrected. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like you can't know everything. Some people hate being wrong. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter the situation. They feel like it's a personal insult. Don't you know who I am? I can't be wrong. It's like, you know what? Everyone's wrong. Everyone's wrong sometimes. Even me. Can you believe it? Yeah, okay. It is the Wookiee thing. The thing that I guessed ahead. Right, what's this? Ted says, this orangutan points at things he wants to see and uses gestures a lot. She is asked to see and communicate a lot of things, and this is her wanting to see a newborn. And we are going to watch this. We are definitely going to watch this. Oh, this looks great. It's only 19 seconds. Okay. Short little video about Jim. An orangutan.
What is it? Oh.
Little baby.
That's really good. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, yeah. No, they're so cool, aren't they? They are really smart. No question. Thanks for the video. Thanks for the link. If you got any more fun links, just let me know. It's a good idea to ask first, maybe. But yeah, always happy to see cool things. Softy says, hey, navigation light colours to mark the correct orientation. That's funny. They do that a lot in Lego, actually. Yeah, green and red. It just helps, you know, where you're pointing, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Hey, Sharp. Good to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Good morning to All Points West. Thanks again for the resub. Already says, I think I've mentioned, I've done that before already. We did that when I was a teen. The piggy thing. I think you did mention it, yeah. My hangover is not good. I'm going to say it's like as far as scale of intensity on the hangover, on the standard hangover intensity, I think this is about a 7 gin and tonics. So yes, Extreme Attitudes here. First time chat. How you doing? Hope you're really well. It's R2D2. Yep. I was going to use the same word. Yeah, we dehumanize them. And that's, you know, we totally get the meaning, even if the word is a bit funny in this context, isn't it? Exactly. I mean, I gave up on 4-legged meat and birds because of concerns with food standards. It's a very commendable thing to do, Sharp, and I you know, much respect. My brother has done the same, and you know, it does prey on my mind. I just carry on doing it and carry on feeling bad about it. I don't know if that's a good solution. It's not really a solution at all, is it? Let's face it. Sharp says, I mean, some wild stuff happens with beef. Some wild stuff. Very glad I don't eat that anymore. Also, beef's really bad for the environment. It's the worst. If you have to give up anything and you want to do it for good reasons, then if you give up beef, it's one of the biggest environmental kind of methane producing, you know, things. Extreme says, I'm in AA and 2 weeks sober. AA, as in not the batteries, but the Alcoholics Anonymous. Yes. And so I bought a big set for that. The Daily Bugle. Congratulations. Well done. 2 weeks is good. I am definitely not 2 weeks sober, but also I have no intention of doing it because I mean, you know, as long as it doesn't become an issue. But yeah, no, congratulations to you. Well done. Hope it carries on really well for you. And yeah, you'll save a lot of money. Well, actually, I mean, that's the thing, right? Because all these bad habits that we often have, smoking and drinking and, you know, eating meat, they're often quite expensive, aren't they? So just by stopping doing them, and drugs, obviously, right, you save a lot of money. Cool. So earlier says, I guess it's a philosophical question. It's the best kind of question, that, isn't it? I like asking those questions. I think the animals we eat deserve that we at least think about them and try to treat them better if we have the option. But it is harder, yes. But they deserve that we take the time to give them some thought. I think it's important to give some thought, not just. And I think that that's an important thing to think about in all aspects of our lives. Just because this is the way you've done it all the time, and you know you haven't really thought about it, doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best way, or that it's even, you know, the ethically good way at all. It's like, well, we've always done this. Yes, and it's always been terrible. I think it's good to just kind of think about these things. I mean, it's definitely good to think about these things. Yeah, it's not the eating of the animals per se, but how we treat them. And whatever reasons you have, and that could be a good one. It could be because of environmental concerns, all these kinds of things. It could be even if they were treated really well and then given a really, like, you know, a very painless, quick execution, it's still ethically wrong, right? I don't know. Sharp says, or, hear me out, accuse them of terrible crimes before we eat them. Yes, we shouldn't do that. Poor animals. The stuff did, for sure. And if people really got to see it all for themselves, more people would probably go vegetarian or even vegan. I think a lot of people do. When people have seen, things, documentaries on TV and films and whatever, and they're like, that can actually change people's minds in a really strong way. We're now on an ad break. One of the many ad breaks that we get on here. That's good because all those silly non-subscribers can't see us now. Oh, aren't they losers? What a bunch of losers. Not subscribing. Ugh. If you're no, we like all sorts of people here, even the non-subscribers. We're a very diverse community, but the subscribers do get some extra things in the chat, some extra commands. I think it pops up occasionally, but you have access to a couple of extra commands that the non-subscribers don't have access to. Might be worth checking out if you're not familiar with that. It's just a little perk. I try to have some perks, and I'm happy to try and get some more, but it's difficult trying to think of what they can be, What's happening here? I'm making a little doodah. Dongle. This guy, Ted, says, I love being corrected. If not, I'd still be an uneducated conservative. You were conservative? Although, were you Norwegian conservative? Because that's still left-wing. Or were you more of what we call a UK conservative, which is, nowadays that's just raw far-right fringe lunacy. Oh, how the Overton windows have shifted. Aurelia says, that's not my purpose in wanting people to actually give some thought to them, but like many animistic peoples, thank the spirit of the animal they're eating for providing them food. I'm sure the spirit of the animal is very grateful. She's probably looking down from animal heaven and going, that's okay. I wasn't really that bothered about living anyway, honestly. Oh, okay, that goes like that, I see. I don't want to get all that get into all the spiritual side of that, but pretty much any faith outside of the Abrahamic ones have some built-in respect toward the food they eat. Sure. And, it serves a purpose. You need a source of protein, etc., especially if you are, not technologically advanced or don't have particularly good farming abilities and all that kind of stuff. It does make sense to hunt and all that kind of stuff up to a point. And you know what? We are so far past that point that it's not applicable to us. Yeah, the bugle looks pretty good. Yeah, I bet you're going to really enjoy building that. Sloth says, don't take anything for granted versus literally being told this is all for you to exploit. Exactly. Sloth says, why does Twitch keep stopping the stream for me randomly? Annoying, that is annoying. Apparently I have no dropped frames, I'm very happy to say. I'm on the correct router this time, which is nice, I assume. I don't know what that is. I think it probably is either your connection or Twitch, just central Twitch nonsense. This is the nature of the internet and streaming. I wish it was a little more reliable, it would be nice, wouldn't it? Word. Hey Errol, it's good to see you in my chat. How you doing? All the way from rainy Bergen, I guess. Wet, rainy, cold Bergen. Ugh. Whereas in Oslo, it is always beautiful sunshine. Always. Actually, you know what? I did put a few photographs up from my recent walks into the city. It's quite a nice walk, like a bit of a descent into the city. And I get really amazing views over the whole Oslo fjord. And it's super nice. So, and sunset. So I've been taking a couple of pretty good photos recently, I think. Quite happy with them. Right, what actually is happening here? What have I done this wrong? No, I don't think I have done it wrong. It's just a bit weird, but I think I'm doing it right. There we go. Yeah, this is what we got so far. It's basically the inner workings, I guess. Mostly Technic, lift arms, and a bit of Lego system. Slothdude says to Aurelia, you certainly should not eat people. Yes, I've been trying to tell her to cut down, but she will not listen. That's really unhealthy and generally frowned upon. Yeah, I guess it depends on the person. So. Sharp says, is there a make Meja do a silly dance command? There is not. There is not. And as also today, no chance. I was doing enough silly dancing last night. I don't think I've got any more silly dancing inside me, honestly. Although, actually, I was doing a bit of table dancing with a pig guy. So, you know, what you got to do if you want to watch me move my body, then you've got to just send a link which has got some, you know, something that I can move it to. The onus is on you. Really says, no, people are not going to change my opinion on eating meat or animal welfare. Huh? It's important to be open to arguments. I don't know if that's what you mean. I mean, that depends on what kind of eating we're talking about, doesn't it? I think we're talking about the eating nom nom juicy meat variety. Yeah, okay, you were a Norwegian conservative. That's the nicest kind of conservative, I would say. You know, I've seen much worse. For show. Sharp says, I tried to explain to UK people I'm a moderate, but it's EU-style moderate. So in the UK, you're basically a communist now. Yeah, that's how it works, unfortunately. It's very sad and depressing, isn't it? Yeah, there are certain health risks to the other kind too, but more easily avoided. You shouldn't eat people. You know what? I don't think we should talk about eating people in the stream. I think that might be a violation. I don't know. Also, I'm feeling a little kind of sick and hungover, and I don't really want to talk about it. Come on. Why'd you always do this to me? How do we get onto these things? What have I done to deserve this? Oh no, but I'm all for eating billionaires. That's eating billionaires is always ethically and morally correct. Sharp says, I mean, a cat owner, if they died, suddenly would be okay with being eaten by the cats. Yeah, actually, that was something that we're talking about. Like, you know, animals eat us, but that's because they're animals and they are hungry. It's like, you know, I get it. Have I missed something again? I have. I've missed something. What you got to remember is I'm building and I'm also chatting. And that's a lot to do, honestly. It's a lot of things I got to be doing right now. There we go. No, I'm not going to say that. It's gross. We should certainly get rid of billionaires. Yeah, billionaires are kind of a sign that you've got a very unhealthy capitalist economical state, because it means that a lot of the money is being taken out of the system. It's like you've got a blood clot. Literally, it's like the equivalent of a blood clot. Yeah, and if you think of the cash or the money in the system as being blood, billionaires are just kind of, have I just done this? I'm just making the same thing again. Stop it, Meja. Just making the same thing over and over again. I might need that actually, so I'm going to leave it. But I mean, I don't really pretend to understand the economy, honestly, but I'm just kind of, imagine it as a circulatory system. I just like to do that. I have no idea why. 2 All Points says, hit the cut and run, but time to get breakfast and coffee. Hope you all have a great day over there. Thanks, 2 All Points West. I hope you have a really good day too. And yeah, I don't want to eat the brains. Ugh. Yes, I need more coffee too. I got a little bit here. I got some more. Prion. Yeah, Prion or Prion. Sounds like a car. Sounds like a Japanese car, but like a hybrid. But it's a disease that you can catch by eating billionaire brains. Only billionaire brains, though, funnily. Which has got to tell you something. Let's put this in. Okay. These little pins, these Technic pins, are sometimes a little tricky to push in. But I did it. We could either eat them or yeet them into the sun. Eating them is more cost effective. Yes. But probably yeeting them into the sun is more hygienic. So, I don't know. Ariel says, yeah, it is miserable. Oh, that's a shame. But I had a good charity stream time over at Mel's, so I'll survive. Oh, she was doing a charity stream. Cool. Yeah, she's lovely, isn't she? And in no way mediocre, if you ask me. I think that's a misnomer. I think she's definitely above average. This guy Ted says, I don't eat. We should suggest her that she changes the stream name. At least competent. Right, yeah, Ted was saying I don't eat red meat and pork because it doesn't fit in what I consider healthy food for me. That's another good point, right? Another good point. If you want one more, purely from a self-interest point of view, eating meat is bad for your health. A lot of saturated fats, they can build up in your arteries, they block them, they increase the chances of heart attack, all this kind of stuff, which you just don't really get if you have a plant-based diet. Processed meats, like bacon, ham and all this kind of stuff, are some of the worst foods that you can consume for health. Listen to the sloths if you don't believe me. But you do believe me. We all know this, right? We all know it. And we're just like, it's all right. But it's not all right. Sharp says, my headcanon is R2-D2 is an ARP 2600 synthesizer and a smaller android inside making all the bleeps. So he's like playing on the synth inside. Yeah, cool. Men in Black style. But it's androids all the way down. Okay, I think that bit's done. Nearly finished this bag now. Sloth Dude says, not a myth, just rare and takes a lot of eating your own species, but mad cow disease was one. It was one of the prion diseases. They sound like bad jujus. Slofty says, I encourage live. I do. That's what I do. And I enjoy encouraging lively discussion. And that's fine. Sometimes it's also fine to change the subject. For reasons of nausea. I could eat now some pork cracklings. Pork cracklings. Crunchy, crunchy, crunch, crunch. And there's a little R2 unit as well, which I guess I should have made and I didn't. So I'm going to do that right now. Boom, that's bag 1 done. So this is what we have so far, people. We have a little R2D2. I thought it would be bigger, actually. It looked bigger on the box. No, it's only a little one. Still more to build. And then this is the start, I think, of the large, of the big boy. Cool. Now we're on to bag 2, and we got this red dude. I don't know who he is. Someone said, but I don't know. Okay. Bag 2. I will now open the bag 2. It's good to build Lego again. I like Lego. I don't know if you got this from the channel. It's kind of a subtle. But I actually quite like Lego. And I very much enjoy building it. I find it quite relaxing. I also really enjoy just blabbing, chatting to you guys, having fun. I mentioned this recently, but I just want to reiterate that I do enjoy streaming. I do enjoy streaming myself, building Lego to you and talking to you and just chilling on a Sunday or whatever day. It's good times. Good times. Sloth Dude says, billionaires are a failure of both society and morality. And I couldn't agree more. I cannot agree with that statement more. Because it's true. And you know what? I think that having money damages people. Up to a point you're fine. Up to a point I think it's really helpful to have money. Yeah, don't get me wrong. But then over a certain point, over a threshold, I think it's very difficult to kind of maintain your grasp of reality or something. And I say this because there's an awful lot of evidence to support it, because most people who are rich, they just seem like really dog shit people, Not all, but most. Right, so here's Darth Revan. Big fan of Darth Revan. He's one of my favourite Darths. After Darth Gandalf and Darth Solo. Here we go. Couldn't think of any more Darths then. Who's your favourite Darth? Let me know in the chat. Building and chatting is the final boss of rubbing your tummy and patting your head, which I don't know if I can... Hold on. Can I do it? Can I even do that? Let's give it a go. So rub the tummy, pat the head. There you go. Oh, we're speeding up, speeding up, speeding up. It's like a train. Seems fairly straightforward. There was another one though. It was to turn your hands. So it's turning your hands. Hold on. No, actually, that's easy. Now, which is the one? There's one where you gotta rotate in one direction and then rotate something in a different direction, and it's really hard. This is fine. This is fine. This is not that, is it? It's something else. I can't remember what it is, but it's something. I don't know what it is. Okay, well that was a pointless thing. What am I doing? Why is... So it's just... Okay, so I'm just going to put that there and then just put this plate on the floor in front of it. It seems rubbish. But there you go. Lego. Stop it, you drunk. Can someone come and collect the Lego, please? Ted says, if I remember correctly, the 300 or so richest in the world own 56% of the global wealth. Just 300 people. No, I don't think it is going to be more than that, Nicole. That sounds about right to me. Yeah, the ARP 2600 was a synth they used for all the R2D2 sound effects. Oh, that is the actual one, eh? Hey, that's fun. Ooh. You know what? I would quite like that synth. I'm sure you can get a software version of it now, can't you? I wonder how much... I wonder if there's a free one. I wonder if there's a free R2D2 ARP 2600 software synth. If there is, then, and you can find it, then I would love to play around with that. I had no idea how, but if there's a way. Just making R2D2 sounds. That'd be so cool. Just... That's so cool. That'd be brilliant. Oh my gosh. That'd be me done for the rest of the stream, actually. No more Lego building then. Yeah, it is correct, 300. If we include the richest 500 or 1,000. Another example is that the top 1% is richer than 95% of the world. I think in the was it in the UK now? I think in the UK the threshold's been crossed where it's the 1% are richer than the other 99%. I read that somewhere recently, which is just disgusting, isn't it? It's disgusting. Sharp says, yeah, mad cow disease. The farmers were doing some very dumb things. The cow has 4 stomachs, so it can eat grass. It can eat grass. That is true. They have 4 stomachs. I don't really get it, but yeah, they were doing stupid things, right? So they were feeding cows to cows. They were feeding old cows to new cows in the hope of making even more cows, and I don't think it works like that. They need grass. I trust fishermen to be a little less insane with their catches, though I'm sure I've eaten a ton of microplastic. Well, and there's not much we can do about that. Apparently now, a bit like the billionaire thing, 95% are richer than 1% is richer than 95%. I think now most people are comprised mostly of, it's like 95% we are mostly microplastics, and there's only like about 1% of, well, that doesn't percent out, does it? There's only 5% of us that are actual left that's not plastic now. And that's quite a sobering statistic. I think you'll find that I just made up. Billionaires suddenly act and talk like they have horrible brain injuries. Exactly. All you have to do is look at Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling. Like, are we supposed to think these people are good and fine and cool? Because they're all the opposites. It's just stupid. If all the billionaires lived in one country, they'd have the world's fourth richest economy. Well, they wouldn't, would they? Because they wouldn't actually produce anything. So their wealth, and if they weren't allowed to, and if they just had it as cash or whatever, it's like, right, yeah, that's it. Put all the billionaires on an island. Wait 100 years and see what's happened. That's a good one, isn't it? What would you see? What would the they would have all eaten each other. That's what would have happened. There'd be one big fat billionaire at the end of it, looking like Baron Harkonnen. Like, where are all the other billionaires? I ate them all. Can this country be thousands of miles underwater or on another planet? Yeah, just tell them that we found Atlantis. All you have to do, billionaire, get into this submarine, and you can go to this amazing place. It's like, yes, we've relocated Jeffrey Epstein's island. You just have to get into this submarine, and it will deliver you to this magical place where you can do as many redacted to young redacteds as you like all day long. Just step into the submersible. Have a good time. Bye. Yeah, we got another 3 of them. Darth Brooks. Good one. Darth Brooks is a good Darth. Darth Brooks. He was in what's it called? I don't know. What is it called? That silly movie with the silly people in it. Dr. Evil was in it as well. Yeah, that one. Elmo wants to colonize Mars, so that'll do. They can all live there. Yeah, send them to Mars. And that's not going to happen, is it? That's just not going to happen now. Right. Well, you want me to rub my head and pat my belly? I don't want to do that because I'll mess my hair up. There's some things that I will not do for the purposes of fashion. And that is one of them. I just got this thing working. I'm not going to just mess it all up on your whim. He's been watching too many movies and doesn't understand how oxygen works. Yeah, I don't think Elon Musk understands much about anything, actually. Anything works. All he does, he just buys companies. Slaps his name on it, moves and maybe tries to wreck it a bit, just for funsies, and then moves on to the next one. I know, I think we can all agree it would be a good day when that happens. I just kind of wonder, it's probably not going to happen, unfortunately. For lots of people, what happens, they end up patting their belly and rubbing their head. No. He wouldn't survive for long. I have a really bad case, says Ted, of poverty trauma. I am no longer affected by poverty, but I still can't buy conditioner and shampoo at the same time. Incredibly unhealthy, but I think billionaires should be exposed to how to live like that. Yeah, right, because it's sometimes, when you've been poor, it's very difficult to kind of get yourself out of that mindset where it's like, I can't buy this. I can't because, it's just a bad idea. Like, yeah, okay, maybe I can afford it, but I would feel wrong about it, I do that. I do that as well. I've always done that. Because obviously I grew up pretty poor. If it's edible to my species, it's edible to cows, is a saying I've heard. Oh, edible to any species? Really? Well, I thought pigs were the ones who could just eat anything. I didn't know cows could. And I know they've got 4 stomachs. But I thought that the 4 stomachs was mostly just for digesting grass. Is it for like just digesting anything? Yeah, stick the billionaires on an island, have them play Battle Royale, make sure there's lots of cameras everywhere. Oh, that could be good, wouldn't it? That could be like the new Survivor. Was the Jungle Survivor? No, what was the one we were talking about a couple of streams ago? We were talking about a TV show where they just go into the jungle and they have to survive. For no reason, really. Well, apart from, you just don't want to die. But there's no reason to go on this show at all, is what I surmised, and people still want to do it. It's like, well, you could just not do it. You could just not go in the jungle, and then you don't need to, like, survive in the jungle naked. That was it. It was naked, wasn't it? Naked in a jungle. Naked and Afraid is the name of the show. Yeah, I don't really get it. But especially if there's no kind of financial incentive, which, like, I'd sort of understand why people would want to try if there was some financial incentive at the end. But there's literally not. I'm like, why are they doing this? Sounds horrible. We did establish that I would pass. But would you go into the jungle naked for no reason? Am I the weird one? Everyone else is like, why wouldn't you do it, Meja? Come on. Where's your sense of adventure? This is cool. So I'm kind of making, like, I'm going to hold it there, I think. I'm making like the front. I think it's the front panel. No, it might not be the front panel, but it's like it's one of one of his sides. Oh no, it could be one of his side panels. Yeah, because I think maybe his arms will go into this big rotating turntable thing. Cool. I mean, I don't know which one it is, but it's something. Did the audio move to only one side, or is my tinnitus just welding out? Did it move to one side? I didn't do it. Could be. Could I get some confirmation on if the audio is only one side? Because that is weird, and it shouldn't have done. But I'm also open to the possibility that it has done. Stuff happens on this stream that's just completely out of my control. Soft Dude's gonna eat pizza. Margarita. Have a good pizza. Oh no, pizza. We're talking about food already, are we? You always do this to me. Every time. So I actually don't have any munchies. I have nothing to eat here. Never mind. Okay, cool. Yeah, Sharp's got audio. Stereo audio. What an incredible invention. And Keith Dimmick just subbed. No, actually, no. Sorry, Turn just gifted a tier 1 sub to. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Tsar. It's very generous. Merry Christmas to you. How you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful Christmas time. Oh, hope you're having a wonderful Christmas time. Yeah, Ted says cows can eat pretty much anything. Yeah. No, that doesn't mean cows should be fed bleach and stuff. Yeah, no, don't poison your cows. Poor cows. Like, you say anything, but like up to a point. Please do not try to feed your cow sulfuric acid. It's cruel and not a nice thing to do to your beautiful cow. The contestants are afraid because they cast people with really strange looking genitals. What? Is that why it's called that? Okay, I can sort of see the appeal of watching it now, but I don't know. If I want to see strange genitals, I just live my life. That's just like a standard Saturday night for me. I don't even need to turn the TV on. I do probably need to leave the apartment though. I wouldn't do Naked Survivor, but I'm very private about my arms and torso. Yeah, okay. You do you. And I understand people have a lot of body issues, and I'm no different. I think it's worth bearing in mind that oftentimes the issues that we have with our bodies, and I'm speaking from a place of wisdom here actually, they're often it's not the same. We are not perceived the same way that other people perceive us. Yeah? This is absolutely the truth. What? Right, okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it. It's a bit weird, but I get it. So if we're really hung up about something, and other people are like, what? Haven't even noticed. Oh, come on. Just flew off. There we go. So Nick has delivered indeed. Thank you, Tsar, again, thank you. Humans can also eat anything, although some do it only once. Always check the ingredients on the packet before eating. This is really cool. I like what they're doing here. It's pretty interesting stuff, actually. Okay, like this. And then it goes on. And I think I was right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I gotta hydrate. I do have a little bit, but not a huge amount. We got a first time chat from Kanukin. What you building? You know what? Can you not guess? Can you not? Maybe you can't. Because it's not super obvious unless you know. But now you can recognize it, can you? It's R2D2. R2D2. Sharp says, I really wish quad audio took off in the 70s. I like the 60s albums having stuff in different speakers. Vocals and something in one speaker, drums and something else in the other. Most of the time, music has about 4 different things going on at once. So 4 speakers for that would be awesome. Yes, but you can get spatial audio, can't you? I believe, which does kind of what you're asking. And you don't necessarily need 4 speakers because you can have it in your headphones. If you've got decent headphones, you can get like, I don't know if it's called spatial audio. It's something like that. And it's really cool. It makes a big difference. You know, you can turn it on. And if you've not had it on, it just suddenly feels like you like sat there when there's like a band playing around you. It's amazing. You should check it out if you haven't done it. You probably already know that. Okay, then this panel just clicks on here, like so, and we got and I think we've got one side of R2. Right, SAR's return. Get it? I get it because Tsar Nicholas II was the last Tsar. I don't get it. No, I'm so far from getting that I'm literally in another country. But I appreciate the effort. Sharp says, I don't like 5.1, like 5.1 surround sound, because it makes the bass sound far too separate to everything else. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's got like a separate sub, doesn't it? I guess if you put your sub close to your other speaker, the other, like your center speaker, then it's not so difficult. They're so separate. Can doesn't mean you should. No, doesn't. I agree. I can survive jumping from my balcony to the ground below. Doesn't mean I should potentially break my legs. Indeed. And that is what you should be thinking about if you ever get offered to go into the jungle naked. It's like, well, I suppose I can do it. But should you do it? And the answer is, no, you really shouldn't. It's a bad idea. Okay, that should click on. Yes, it does. Oh, okay, a few pieces left over. And that is the end of bag 2. So we got a bit more of the... I mean, that makes a big difference having that side panel on. But you know, I'm really looking forward to making the front panel. I think that'll be good. Cool black shirt. This is not a shirt, it's a dress. And this is a belt. It's not so much body issues as I have scars on my arms and torso. And I don't like the judgment and explaining they used to entail when I was less private. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I think you can have like laser scar removal. Maybe that you can use like lasers to lessen, maybe not completely hide, but lessen the scarring. Potentially something to think about maybe at some point in the future. Because the thing is, it is nice to be able to be more relaxed and not so, worried about your body issues. Yeah, it is. It's nice. It's just nice to not really think about it. Body issues from dysphoria and body issues from dysmorphia are two very different things. They are, indeed. My goodness, I've been having some bad dysphoria recently. I really have. It's not fun. Aurelia can attest to that. Because she sees them just get into a bit of a state sometimes. Usually it's the same time in the month every time. What's up with that? Oh, it's not necessarily the same time in the month, but it's definitely on it's very nearly the same kind of cycle. It's pretty cool, isn't it? It's pretty cool. R2D2. Bloop, bloop, bloop. That's my little R2D2 impression there for you. It's a special treat. Sharp says Dolby Atmos. The headphones do actually work for that. The sound bars don't actually work. There's a lot of gaslighting for consumers going on with Dolby Atmos. It's very annoying. Those Dolby bastards. Yeah. I remember playing the Dolby Atmos tech demo, when I first got my sound bar back on the farm. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. But then I don't think I ever really noticed it ever again. I don't know. Like, the tech demo was good, but probably most of the content that I was playing wasn't... I mean, I played on my games on my Xbox and stuff, and I think that was Dolby Atmos. But I don't know. Stars Return asks, is Oslo having good weather? Well, it's dark outside now. But I think so. I think the weather's okay. It's pretty cold. It's very cold, but it's not very rainy. A little bit icy actually now outside. Unfortunately, one of my friends was going to come to the party last night, and she slipped on the ice and hurt herself and couldn't do it. And Aurelia has also slipped on the ice as well. So yeah, there's definitely a couple of slippages happening currently in the Oslo area and beyond, no doubt. If you are experiencing icy conditions, it always pays to be a little careful. And if you can, get yourself some spikes for your shoes or your trainers or whatever. Shoes, boots, not trainers. And put them on, because they make a big difference. I bought some for Aurelia, and I think she likes them. She's not slipped since, anyway, which is good. Yeah, they're sort of kind of compulsory, honestly, at this time of the year in most of Norway, if not all of Norway. It can get really icy, just like on the sidewalks, on the pavements. This guy, Ted, as someone who is heavily tattooed, I can just throw some ink on it. You can just put some ink on your scars. And that's quite a cool strategy, honestly, a cool little tactic. Just put some tattoos on. There were some pretty cool tattoos last night at the party. I don't have a single one, and I keep thinking, I'd like to get a tattoo, but I never make my mind on firstly what I'm actually going to get, and I never really commit to it. And also, I don't really want to do it because I can't afford it, but when I can afford it, when I'm in a position where I can do it, I would like to. And I keep saying that, but I still would like to do it. Sharp says, yes, I'm pretty much just doing that. So I cover my arms to keep the tattoo nice and fresh, and because no one gets a free show. Oh, so you can hide your tattoos as well? I thought the whole point of tattoos was to kind of show them off anyway, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, I guess not. That would be my point. Okay, so that would be my point. I'd just be showing off my tats at every opportunity. So, yes, Meja, you've got tattoos, we know. Can you put some clothes on, please? This is a McDonald's. Well, it's not a McDonald's because I'd never go to McDonald's. Grasses. But, this is a Burger King, madam. Ted says, trying to explain what dysphoria is to cis people is so hard, if not impossible. I'm met with disbelief when I equate it to psychological torture. Isn't it funny Yeah, it's a real strong thing. It's a really strong feeling, and it's devastating, isn't it? It's just devastating a lot of the time. Yeah. Well, Ted, I know what it feels like. So, solidarity with you. I think explaining a lot of things to cis people is very difficult. As I say, babies. And I think a lot of them understand that some of the things that we experience, they just can't understand it. They can't, they can empathize, and they can be, they can be like, yeah, I think, I don't question that that's a real thing, that's, something that you have. I can't understand it myself, but, sometimes you just can't. These kind of things can't be explained. They can only be experienced. And honestly, you don't want to experience that. It's rubbish. If you've not already experienced it. When it happens to you. Until it happens to you, you won't know how it feels. So, Sharp says, like the Dolby Atmos demos, they have remixed the old versions of songs to sound less good, to make the Dolby Atmos one sound better. Oh, those cheat sheets. Yes, a full-blown Dolby Atmos room sounds insanely cool, but on one is gonna stick. No one's gonna stick 50 speakers up all the walls. No, you might as well just go to the cinema at that point and get annoyed at people on the phones talking throughout the whole film, in order to truly appreciate the cinema experience. Last time I went to the cinema, a bunch of kids came in and I was like, shut up. No, I didn't tell them to shut up, but I did say, stop talking. Little bastards. What's the point in going to see a film and then just talking through it? Aurelia says, fortunately, the only harm from me slipping was my offhand wrist getting sprained and bruised. Yeah, but that was still a bad one, It was still bad. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. Yeah, the headphones are pretty good, aren't they, Sharp? The headphones are good, yeah. Also, sidewalks not being cleared is a travesty. Yeah, but didn't you slip on the driveway? It's like private. But yeah, no, the pavements don't get cleared. You can't clear the ice. You can't. It's not possible. I mean, I don't know how they do it. So they use gravel. And they put gravel on just so that there's grip on the ice, but sometimes there's patches where it doesn't go. So it's not. I mean, it's like there's a lot of pavements in Norway, and so I think it's perfectly understandable that they can't get them all, and you have to take personal responsibility. I did say you needed spikes well before it ever happened, on multiple occasions. But that is an Oslo thing, or it's a big city thing. Stockholm is also awful. We got in that. Yeah, it's like, well, it's a practical thing. I don't understand how they could possibly grit and make sure there was literally no icy patches on any of the sidewalks. It's a really hard problem, and you just gotta, you gotta wear the right stuff. I mean, it's a little bit like going out in cold weather and then being like, well, this is rubbish. I'm in a jeans and t-shirt. The council should do something about this. well. In Denmark, you're liable for any injuries that happen from sidewalks by your property not being cleared. I.e., it's your job to clear it, and you can face penalties or reparations if people get injured because you don't. Oh my gosh, really. That's very litigious, isn't it? Same in Sweden. I can't speak for Copenhagen, but I've never had issues with sidewalks or footpaths not being properly cleared in Viborg, Aalborg, Aarhus at least. Yeah, I guess people are terrified that if they don't clear the stuff, then they'll get sued by people wearing flip-flops. Oops, no, it fell on the floor. So this is almost done. I'm just finishing off this panel now. I think I'm going to have to go get another drink, so I'm kind of tired and flagging a little bit, I would say. Might have a little break. I'm just going to show you what I got. It's cool. It's really cool. Also, yeah, I'm not going to finish this. I'm not going to finish this one today. This is going to be a multi-stream project. So I'll be carrying on with this next stream. Probably will finish it next stream, I imagine. But we'll see how far we get today. Not finished yet. So yeah, we got both sides now. Left and the right. It's looking pretty cool. Same with paths in Germany. Copenhagen is honestly way ahead of most cities regarding infrastructure and firing. Cool. Where it says, well, caveat, if I go out at 4 a.m. and it's been snowing, then yeah, they've not been cleared properly. And you did go out at night, didn't you? It says, yeah, I know that. I just can't say anything about the paths in Copenhagen. From personal experience, it's been quite a while since I was last there. Commentaries. Yes, what? I'll need to go over to the store for some soda for my game tonight in about an hour and then cook after that. No problem. No, I slipped on the sidewalk down by Jakob's. Oh, yeah, okay. The ice on the sidewalk is compressed snow that was never properly cleared. No, but they don't clear it. But they do grit it. But also, it's often not just compressed snow. Often it's water. So if it rains, and again it's overnight, then it freezes. That's ice, you know, and it's not compressed snow. Actually, it's nothing you can do about it, except wear the right footwear. And honestly, I'm amazed that this is just not a thing in Denmark. I don't know how they would do it, unless they. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. People didn't clear it while it was clearable, and now it's ice instead. No, I don't think so. I mean, there was definitely a lot of water. There's definitely a lot of water ice where it's rained in the night, and then it hits the sidewalk and just becomes ice a lot of the time. I've lived in Norway quite a while now, and I know that this is definitely a thing. Oh, people use boiling water to clear. Guess what happens when that water gets cold enough? Yeah, no, you can't. You can't use boiling water. That doesn't help. Doesn't work. Firstly, it doesn't work. You have to use a lot of boiling water. Most of the time, it just doesn't really work. And then, of course, it just freezes again. Yeah, freezes again pretty quick. Sharp says, well, with me, if I get talking to someone on the subject of tattoos, or tattoos come up, I can roll up my sleeve, or there's someone I'm close enough to do sexy stuff with, they can check them out then, but having them visible at all times for me just isn't cool. Just a me thing, no problem, yeah, by the way, no judgment on anyone who does have them on show all the time. Wear your tattoo how you want. That's the spirit. Dar's gotta go. Okay, bye, so R2D2 is coming on, he looks pretty good, isn't he? Snow compression is unfortunately a problem here in Norway, indeed. We need heated sidewalks. Now that is a sort of a solution, but it's not really a solution because the energy required is quite a lot. It's quite a lot of energy to do that. Right, I'm going to go on a little break. I'll be back very shortly. See you soon. Flips. Yeah, many a guy blown too quickly. Yeah, except, well, honestly, after, like, if it's just like 30 seconds, then usually berries that dropped to the ground, and I didn't get them I didn't get them in time, and they managed to make more. Any citrus fruit you can make marmalade with. Okay, so I'm not sure I knew that, although I started to guess it. I started to guess that might be the case, based on what you were saying, based on your, clues in the chat. But yeah, so I don't know, because I kind of just had an orange. I don't know if I've done that. Hey, we got a new follower, Spectrum 13.
Yay!
Thank you for following me. Very
Thank
much
you.
appreciated. Hey, we're nearly at 210. That was quick.
That's cool.
Just trying to. So I've just been building R2D2. Look, honestly, Torch has never been a reliable method of getting a good Twitch stream, but we should do it anyway. I'd love to know. I'd love to know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Right, so let's add a test message. So now it's working. Clear that. Save it. Hopefully the chat should appear now in the video. I mean, they obviously appear in the one of the sides. Is it that way? Probably that side. They'll appear in the next to the video, but I quite like them to be embedded in the video as well, because I know that when you're streaming from a PC, I don't know if the chats show. When you do it on a 2x4 panel, I can do that by checking all the sets in Bricklink that have a 2x4 gate panel. So I'm saying panel, I mean tile. Tile is what I need. A 2x4 tile, not panel. So here we go. Here we go. But it's looking a bit chunky. It's not quite doing it, is it? It's not quite working. And I really need to think. We are back. Back and building R2D2, the astromech droid from the popular film franchise Harry Potter. Oh my god, I would never build Harry Potter Lego. Never, ever, ever. Imagine that. Imagine me doing that. So we're on to bag 4. Cool. How many bags we got? I think it's 12. So, yeah, we're not even going to get halfway through this, right? I don't know. Or maybe, well, no, probably not. I can do a few more bags, maybe. Maybe I can just about get halfway through. So I didn't get more coffee, but I did get jockey milk. This is good stuff. Oh yeah. And it looks like I'm now building the back. Looks like it's the back side of R2D2. R2D2's perky backside. So it's just a bunch of plates, I think. Yeah, okay. So the interesting thing here is that it looks like... Well, it's mildly interesting. Yeah, so as you can see, it's like I haven't made a full... I haven't made like... if it's a cylinder, then I've not made half the cylinder, you know? I haven't made like a cross section because it needs to come out further. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just carry on building and see what happens. I could look on the box, but I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to look on it. It's down there. I'm not going to look at the box. You got more coffee now? I've had a bit too much coffee today, but one more cup can't hurt. Can't hurt? As long as it doesn't keep you up awake at night, like it would me, I'd be just lying there awake thinking, I've had too much coffee. That's my experience. I don't drink coffee after about lunchtime. I try not to anyway. I don't always get it right, but I try not to drink coffee after lunchtime. Okay, this is interesting. This is sort of interesting. So they've actually done curves on top of curves. See? Curves on top of curves. What? No, I don't get it will work though. In this instance, I don't know. Oh, I did a bit more in my car, by the way. I'm currently making the Batmobile from the Batman film, and I did a bit more in it. It's looking okay. I'm probably going to build most of it off stream. But it's a fun little side project that I've got going on. I think it could be pretty cool in the end. I'm hoping so. Sharp says, "Ooh, don't eat in Pizza Express in your England. That was a fatal mistake for me yesterday. What happened? What happened in Pizza Express in that there England?" I use coffee as an ADHD med. It makes me cool and focused. Yeah, I drink quite a lot of coffee as well. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just do. Maybe it's for the same reason. I tend to just be able to concentrate a little better in the morning after a cup of coffee. But I think a lot of people with ADHD can just drink loads and loads of coffee, and I can't. I used to be able to, but I can't anymore. I don't know if that's an age thing, maybe. A lot of things that I used to be able to do, can't do them anymore because, you know, as you get a bit older. I used to really enjoy drinking beer. I used to love beer. And now I tend to have a really bad reaction to beer. So I just don't, sometimes I'll risk it and sometimes I'll get away with it. And then other times I will not get away with it. And that's the rest of my day ruined. Or even the next day. It's not fun. It's just such a shame because I really like beer. Yeah, people. It's one of those people that caffeine works in reverse for. I've heard of that. I think it might be the same for quite a lot of people who've got ADHD. Calm, not cool, calm. Yeah. Sharp says, just really gross food. Made my stomach knot up. Pizza Express. What a shame. I used to really enjoy Pizza Express, but that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. We're talking like over 20 years. Yeah, gosh. I remember one of the first places that I went for like a work night out with the lads was Pizza Express in York. It was a popular choice. We went there quite a few times. After a few beers, which I could drink. And the coffee was very mid as well. Pizza Express is way overpriced for what it is. I guess it's probably gone downhill, hasn't it? Because when I was, when we're like 20 odd years ago or more, Pizza Express was one of the upper end pizza chains. It was definitely higher end. Obviously it wasn't an independent kind of, Italian thing, which is usually the much better option. But as a chain, it was actually reasonably well regarded, I think. But not anymore. Not anymore. That's the interesting thing about chains, is that they're often successful for a reason. And that reason is that they were obviously quite good at one point. They were good, and that's why they got kind of market, that's why they got a big share of the market and were able to franchise it into chains and stuff. Because they had like a winning formula. But that doesn't mean that they, once they're at the top or once they're, high up, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to retain their high standards. They can start cutting costs, and because they've established this huge chain network, it means the profits can still potentially, remain or go up because they've cut costs. And people still go simply because of lack of choice. It is unfortunate. Just another example of a system that is fundamentally broken. Oh, this is really cool. Oh, I like what they're doing here. They're getting some nice kind of... you can't see that. There we go. See, they're getting some nice like paneling. You see how there's like lines and stuff, and they've got... they're doing it in a kind of clever way to create these little kind of indented kind of panel ideas. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, first sticker of the day. And it's number 4. I'll put this here. Let's hope it goes okay. Ooh, yes it did. Yes it did. That went very okay. Sharp. Next day tends to be an issue for me with alcohol, and I look after my mum, and she will not let you lay in bed and feel sorry for yourself. Well, I mean, that's the standard experience for alcohol. You gotta be, you gotta be a bit careful and do it in moderation. Not like me. Do as I say, not as I do. So yeah, the party I went to last night, that was the first time I've been to a party, and it had a dark room. And if you're wondering what a dark room is, I'm not going to tell you, but I will give you a hint. It's not got anything to do with developing photographs. Have I missed one? Why is the... piece left over. I guess I don't use it. I don't know. Seems a funny piece to have left over. So this goes on the red side. Clicks on. Whoa, that's so cool. That is really good. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. That's really cool. Check it out. Nice. You've got a nice body, R2. I like your curves. I'm going to do one more panel, I think, for sure. Freya says, my local one is more known for who went. According to him, to it. I know what your local one is then. I used to live close to there. Just down the road in Guildford. Right. We are talking about His Royal Paedophilic Highness Prince Andrew was number 5. God save the child molesters. All food standards have gone downhill post-Brexit. I think we can all agree on that. Lots of stuff left to rot because issues with distribution being the main thing. Yeah. And you don't really want to eat stuff that's rotten. As a rule, as a general rule, I would steer away from stuff which is rotten. Like the royal family. That was a good one. We got a first time chat from Brain Globule. So good to see you, Mr. Brain Globule. Or Mrs. Whichever it is. Or neither. This is so true. The amount of dreadful additives and palm oil and stuff as well now. There, yuck. And hello to you, Ms. Good to see you. Good to meet you. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Nicole says Pizza Hut is good. Pizza Hut? Really? At least in Sweden, but also very overpriced. Okay, it must be different from the UK Pizza Hut, because in my experience, Pizza Hut in the UK is worse than Pizza Express. So I'd say Pizza Hut is the equivalent of Pepe's Pizza in Norway. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. I'm pretty sure that all the pizzas are just frozen. They just put them in the microwave or whatever, the oven, defrost them and serve them on your plate and then charge you ridiculous amounts of money for it. And Norwegians like, good pizza. No, it's not. It's awful pizza. And my Italian friend agrees. 100%. Nicole, but actually I'm going to give you a little fact here. A little fact that is nice. It's lovely to meet you too, Brain. Oh, Brain Globule, yes. How are you doing? What you up to today? What was I going to say? I was going to give you a factoid. The country in the world that eats the most pizza, I'll give you a clue. It's not Italy. And it's like pretty obvious what it is. It's Norway. It's Norway. Norway. The citizens of Norway are the largest consumers of pizza. Well, they're not large people eating pizza. I mean, it's just the largest market. Although eating too much pizza will also make you large. But yeah, no, it's Norwegians. Norwegians, isn't that funny? And it's because they just wolf down frozen pizza. They buy frozen pizzas from the shops. There's like a whole, in every single supermarket or grocery, you'll have a whole section where the freezer is just full of frozen pizzas. And Norwegians apparently buy them, which I find strange. Italy is not even number 2, I think. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of funny. Nicole says, I haven't been to Britain since Brexit. Nicole is in Sweden. I want to go back and see friends, but as it is now, you're a bit apprehensive, to be honest. And I can understand that. However, word on the street is that it's probably fine. You should be okay. I don't know. it's not as accepting. It's probably not as accepting and kind of carefree and, you know, who cares, none of my business, etc. as Norway and Sweden and the Nordics generally. But it's not completely the opposite either. It's like most people are pretty good, but just like anywhere, you'll get weirdos, you'll get nasty people. I do get it though. I do get it, because even me from the UK, who has been back multiple times, you know, I still kind of have to think about it a bit, you know. Shop. Well, I used to go large a couple of times a year rather than drink regularly. Just go mad with it. That's not a good idea. Right, wait, is a dark room the fun touchy room? Maybe. Yeah, no, it's really good, isn't it? It's a really good back panel, that. It's a really nice thing. Errol says that is a very tame description of it. Yeah, touchy. It's just touchy. It's a bit touchy-feely. We get in touch with our feelings in the dark room. No, we don't. Well, I mean, I guess that's one way of describing it. Someone definitely was grabbing my feelings. No, he was really nice as well. I really liked him. He was pretty hot. He was hot. Tall. Young. Yeah, it was good times. And we developed beautiful photographs together. Pepe's is quite bad. Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page there. DW Brain is fine. DW? It's fine. Everyone calls me Brain. I'm going to call you Brain. Thank you. I'm having a good Sunday, thank you. Just relaxing across a few streams and maybe cinema later if I can be bothered. What you gonna go watch? What kind of films do you like? Last thing I watched. Oh, don't worry. Oh, thanks. I'm so rubbish at those acronyms. Don't worry, obviously. Yeah, last thing I watched at the cinema was Smile 2. I'm really into horror. I loved it. I absolutely adore that film. It's such a good film. I'm excited to get it when it starts streaming so I can scare my flatmate Aurelia with it. She's gonna be terrified. It's great though. Anyway, maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea, obviously. It wasn't my date. Oh my gosh, my date, he was just constantly, literally jumping out of his chair. It was a bit embarrassing for me as the person sat next to him. What a worse, honestly. He kept jumping out of his chair, and then apologizing to the people behind us. And I'm like, it's okay, come on, just sit down, stop it. Idiot. And then he dumped me, and he was definitely an idiot. I don't think it was because of the film, though. I think it's because he was an absolute idiot. Yeah, this is the front. Yeah, this is the front, isn't it? Yeah, I know it is. Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, talking to doctors and nurses about drinking weekly or going big twice a year, about the same damage as just drinking a lot. Oh, sorry, no, yeah, I misread. About the same damage as long as you're not stupid with it. I see, so drinking weekly or once or twice a year, I see. Mind you, I don't make sure to have water, fruit juice and milk while I'm drinking. It's a good idea to kind of go one alcoholic, one soft drink, one alcoholic. I was actually drinking quite a bit of water last night. That's probably the most amount I drank. I mean, obviously there were other extenuating reasons for that. I'm also not going to get into. Oh, I had a good time. William says, worst pizza I've ever had was at Pepe's in Oslo. A very close second was Domino's, which I'm sort of surprised because I do quite like Domino's, but I haven't had it for ages. So again, maybe it's just gone right downhill. Potentially, they are quite greasy. They are a bit greasy, Domino's. I went through a phase of eating too many Domino's, and I kind of dominoed myself too much. Probably the Lord of the Rings, the War of the Rohirrim. Yes, that's the animated one, isn't it? But it is still directed by Peter Jackson. He's Lord of the Rings mad, isn't he, Peter Jackson? He can't get enough of it. Yeah, is that supposed to be good? I haven't seen any. I think I've seen the trailer briefly, or maybe not all of it. Is it well reviewed? What are the critics saying about it? Not that should be the final word, of course, because critics totally get things wrong. Oh no, not again. He should have asked if he could hold your hand so he'd feel safe. I think we were, actually. I think we were kind of, we were holding hands and stuff and whatever, but didn't seem to help. No, Nicole, it is not the Italian that we're talking about. That is definitely not. Because, no, I'm still kind of seeing the Italian. I think. It's like, it's early days and pretty cash and stuff, but it's, obviously. But, I quite like him. I don't think he would jump out of his seat. Although I don't know yet, so I need to take him to see a really scary film and see if he loses his shit. Important things to know. I don't think he will, but who knows? Maybe I should just scare him. Maybe I'll just do it myself. A little test, I'm just going to scare him. I'll jump out behind a door frame with my mask on, and see what happens. Explain after I've calmed him down and stuff. Explain, no, it's okay. This was a scientific experiment. I just wanted to see if you're man enough to date me. Because it can be a pretty scary experience. It's just, and I'm afraid you failed. The problem, says Errol, is when you do the drink big every week for a couple of years. Hint, don't work as a bartender. It is going to wreck your liver. And this is Errol who now has to have a liver. You have to walk around with a liver in a little plastic bag. Like a spare one, just in case you can swap it out. Hey, that's kind of cool. Wow. Ooh, this is kind of cool. What's going on here? Look at this. It's pretty cool. Sharp says, I got told off by a date for laughing through most of Twilight 2. Oh no, that's the correct response to that film, I think. And cheering whenever a shirtless dude was on screen. Now, you are obviously totally in the spirit of the film, surely. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Oh, I've never seen any Twilight films. Probably not going to either. Freya says, I watched a really bad horror film earlier. Jack Frost. It's not the Michael Keaton family friendly one. Right, Jack Frost? I don't know it. What's it about? Is it new? Is it fairly new? I've not heard of it. Brain Globule says, I remember really wanting to watch that as a kid. The family-friendly Michael Keaton one, I guess. Nicole confirms Domino's suck in Sweden. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a shame. They used to be okay in the UK, but maybe they're sucky all over now. Okay in the UK. Yeah, me and almost said her name. Me and my wife would often get Domino's back in the day. Happy times. Used to enjoy getting the side of chicken wings as well. Nom 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 nom. There was a domino effect on your diet. You might say that, but you shouldn't. Because it's a terrible joke. It's actually directed by a very renowned anime director called Kenji Kamiyama. Okay, it's not directed by PJ. Nice initials, PJ. Yeah. Peter Jackson. But he is involved. Okay, he didn't direct it. I didn't know that. It has been doing very well in reviews so far. I think it looks excellent. Well, I hope you enjoy it if you go watch it. And if not today, then another day. I'm sure you'll watch it eventually. Apparently there was a recently was a new Matrix. Was it a TV show earlier, or was it just a one-off? But it's an animated Matrix thing recently, and I really liked it. I didn't watch it, but have you seen that? That might be something of interest. Freya, worst pizza ever had was from Papa John's. It was cold. Ugh. Though someone else got a pizza from there with dead flies on it. Was it like supposed to have dead flies on it? Was it like, yeah, I'm gonna go for the dead fly pizza, please? Can I have extra dead flies on my pizza, though? Ooh, that'll be extra. No, yeah, okay. I guess you can't really complain about it then if they actually bring out a dead fly pizza. But also, that's not a good thing to have on a pizza. There are better toppings out there. I think most Italians they'll be like, no, you shouldn't put, look, no pineapple, no dead flies. You people, doing it all wrong. And I can see the point in this case. I'll ask my Italian friend just to clarify, just to make sure. It's like, what are your thoughts on dead flies on pizzas? Is that a no-no? Because you never know. It might be a traditional Italian topping. So it really says they failed in Denmark. This is Domino's. Firstly, they got moderately bad reviews. Then DRTV did an episode on their food safety practices, or lack thereof. Then Food and Health Inspection went ham on them. That's funny, ham on them. That's like food, and they went ham on them. And their ratings took a dive. Ham on pizza, is that good? They technically still have franchises in Denmark, but because you should use prosciutto, yeah? It's not authentic. Oh, I'm so funny. Yeah, okay. They technically still have franchises in Denmark, but a lot of the ones they initially opened have shut down. And rightly so, I suppose. 3 left. 3 to go, guys. Come on. You can do it. Domino's tried to open in Italy, and to their shock, it was a flop. Why Italians like pizza? I don't understand. You're right, it wasn't the Matrix, it was the Terminator. Why did I get mixed up? Maybe it's kind of obvious why I got mixed up, but yeah, no, there was some really good animatrix stuff, wasn't there, back in the day? No, I was getting mixed up. It's not the Matrix, it's the Terminator, the animated Terminator film. Edil, just to make sure you don't do that, scare someone with someone who's got a long history of combat training. Oh, a friend of mine did that. He woke up after about 10 minutes though, so all good. That's like Taco Bell opening in Mexico. Yeah, I think it's almost worse, honestly. I've only seen one in Gothenburg and it's close to where I live. Ted's back. Hello again. Just came back from some baking. What were you baking? Just in time for the ad jump scare. It's out of my hands, I'm afraid. The best thing to do if you want to get rid of the adverts is to subscribe. If you're not already a subscriber, if you've got Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. Worth thinking about. For sure. And then you don't get any adverts. And you also help support the channel. Sharp. Yes, from Twilight 2 onwards, the Twilight films are self-aware and making fun of everything. The setup for the first shirt off reveal is so perfectly timed and the guy's so ripped. The comic timing is perfect. Self-aware. Self-awareness in films can totally work, but only to a point. And I found for example, the self-awareness in what was that silly one we watched recently, Aurelia? Deadpool and Wolverine. It's too much self-awareness for me. Sorry, no dice. The horror Jack Frost came out late 90s. About a killer who gets turned into a snowman and goes on a rampage. Amazing. It's like a psycho snowman. I love the concept. I've not seen that one. I'll have to check that out. I completely missed that one. Why is there so many pieces left over? Again. Nicole says, it's weird with franchises, isn't it? It's a bit weird, isn't it? If you want okay coffee in London, you go to Starbucks. Never would do that in Sweden. Well, if you go on okay coffee in London, you also don't go to Starbucks. To be fair, you go somewhere else. It's not great. It's not great. Okay, come on, one more sticker on this, and then I think I've done the front. These are iconic little stickers as well, actually. Iconic. Look at that. That is R2D2, isn't it? That's R2D2, that. Let's put it on. Let's see what we got. Huh. I didn't think I was supposed to do that. Ooh, look at that. Check it out. It's pretty cool, huh? Look at the details on the. No, it's really nice. It's an upside down little Lego ladder there in the middle. And I really like the surrounds as well, the way they've done that with the tiles, with the curved tiles. It's lovely. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of Lego there so far. That's his body. Well, yeah, when I lived in Denmark, I used to go out for pizza 4 or 5 times a month, and other restaurants like 1 or 2 times a month. Okay, quite often. I'm going to assume this new Matrix thing was better than the 4th movie because that was junk. I was mistaken. It's not a Matrix thing. It's the Terminator. My mistake. Only Matrix animated I can think of was the Animatrix, says Aurelia. I don't know. I think he meant Terminator, which I think was pretty damn good. Like up there at the better half of the franchise. Which is interesting. Studio Idol Animatrix was good though, but there is a new Terminator animated. Yes, there is. Hey Jess, how you doing? It's good to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Yeah, so it's the animated Terminator thing, and I'm happy to play a little trailer if you want. We can all check it out. Just drop me a link in chat, and I will play the Terminator, the animated Terminator trailer. If someone wants to dig that out for me, it's not compulsory, obviously. Aurelia says Deadpool and Wolverine was like them trying to pander to 3 or 4 different generations of X-Men fans from different eras and completely overdoing it to the point where I don't get how they have positive ratings at all. So the thing is, I wasn't enjoying it at all, and Aurelia was sat next to me, and it's when you're not enjoying a film, it's very difficult to keep quiet about it, especially for me. So she probably kind of got second-hand, like, this is nonsense kind of stuff, from me. And, and that makes it harder. So if you just watched that film on your own, Aurelia, you would probably have had a better time. And if you just watched it on your own, I would have probably had a better time as well. But we don't know that until we do it, do we? The thing is as well, I was looking forward to it because I quite enjoyed Deadpool 1 and 2. And the third one, it was just too much. It was too much Deadpool. And he just started to really great. Really get on my tits, basically. About halfway through, I was like, this is annoying me now. And it was just too much. And it was the whole time thing and everything's pointless. And like, I can't be bothered. Exactly. Why would you go to Starbucks and not Costa? That's a good question. If you want a slightly better average coffee, go to Costa. I agree. Costa coffee is better than Starbucks in the UK. Hands down. No question. Still rubbish, but it's definitely better. Exactly. You should go to a local one. Yeah, local. Costa and Pret are horrible, says Nicole. I would agree on the Pret for sure. I think Costa's okay for the coffee, especially if you get like a caramel latte or whatever. Get some sugar in there. It tastes a bit better. Everything does. Earl says, okay, fair enough. I haven't been to England for a decade, but Costa used to be better than Starbucks. No, I agree, Earl. I don't think you're wrong. It's like, but it's sort of like, if you want a good coffee, you still want to go somewhere completely different. But that's a true statement that you made, I think. Aurelia says, why would I ever go to Starbucks, period? They're horrible. And that's before talking about the Middle East. Like, they recently hired a CEO whose one achievement in business is union busting. They threaten trans employees with termination of medical benefits if they unionize. And that's probably threaten all employees with if they unionize, because that's what American corporations do, don't they? No, it's not a good place to buy coffee from in so many ways. Nicole says, but yeah, a hole in the wall with an espresso machine are the best. No, I would never go to Starbucks now, except I just did on Friday. But I didn't. It was someone else said, let's go in here, and I was like, okay. And I was very rushed, and they bought me the drink, so I didn't pay for it. I mean, there's various extenuating circumstances going on here. But yeah, I did drink in a Starbucks on Friday, but I'm not proud of it. And I haven't done it for a long time since then, or before then. But yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine was bad enough that I think he just made my feeling about it worse, but it was already bad. Cool. Ted says the adorkable relatable trope is annoying. What is the adorkable relatable? Adorkable relatable? Is that from Wolverine and Deadpool? Maybe I just switched off at that point. Ted says he's really plaguing Disney these past years. So I don't know what it is. What is the adorkable relatable trope? What is that? Aurelia says, if it's done right, it can be great. Problem is, almost no one who does the adorable trope does it right. I don't know what this is. Nicole says, I should go back now and do a coffee comparison. If nothing else, you need to go back to the UK, try various coffees from various big franchises, and just figure out whose is the worst. Don't try and find the best. Try and find the worst. Because that's kind of more fun. I don't know. Aurelia says, I would probably ask if we couldn't go somewhere else rather than Starbucks, but I was in a rush. I had no time. Starbucks was right there. They had pumpkin spice latte. At least Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't as bad as Aquaman 2 was. Yeah. We don't turn films off that often. I don't start watching a film and then be like, you know what, I can't watch this anymore. I know, but I just can't. But that was one of them, wasn't it? Aquaman 2. We got probably about, 20 minutes in? 25 minutes? And then I just was just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough. I can't do it, Aurelia. I was kind of in tears at this point. Please, Aurelia, please, can we just not watch this? 15, is that all we managed? 15 minutes. That's terrible, isn't it? But honestly, that was enough. That was enough. I didn't need to watch it anymore. I think I'd figured it out. It was awful. Yeah, I think it's the only film we have actually just turned off. Too bad Little Chefs are no more. Yeah, that's such a shame that Little Chefs are no more. No, that was really bad. Right, I'm going to do it if you're not going to do it. Let's go to YouTube and find a trailer for what we were going to find. Terminator. Animated Terminator. Hold on. Terminator. Animation. Terminator animation. Nah, what is it? I don't know. Terminator Zero. Here we go. It's the official trailer from Netflix. We're going to watch it. Oh, you did just drop a link, but I'm also on it. We're good.
Malcolm. What makes you think humanity is worth saving?
Knowledge is power. If you understand something, it can never truly control you. Skynet will come online. In an act of self-preservation, it will enact nuclear strikes. I believe that humanity still has a fighting chance. I believe that you have the power to change our fate.
Skynet has sent a Terminator back in time. You are the only one who can do this.
Tell me where Malcolm is. If the Terminator can't get to Malcolm, the children will be its next target.
Malcolm, what are you scared of?
Judgment. The end of the world comes tomorrow.
Cool. You know what? I think I've been a bit hasty on that one already. Just letting you watch that on your own. I'm kind of, maybe I just wasn't feeling it, at the time. But I'm kind of starting to feel that. I'm kind of getting a bit of feels for that one. So maybe that's some. I don't know if you're interested in watching it again. Maybe not. But I might. If you are, then we can watch it together. And if not, I might watch that on my own. Actually, kind of feel like I could. You could rewatch it. Awesome. Cool. So what I just watched was. I just watched the first season of Cleo. Cleo, it's a German I think it was on Netflix as well, actually. But it's a German TV show about a female Stasi agent who goes off the rails and is out for revenge. It's pretty good. I mean, it's kind of a bit silly actually, but it was also quite watchable, and kind of fun. It was alright. I think someone that's on the stream, one of you guys in chat actually recommended that, so I watched it, and yeah, it was alright. Aurelia says, yeah, you honestly did vibe as if you were about to have a panic attack about how bad the film was. This is Aquaman 2. And you say you're joking? Or am I? I don't think you are. If we'd have carried on watching that, I'm not sure, bad things would have happened, I think, at some point. I'd have started throwing furniture, I think. Ted says, how to explain breaking the perfect image of a protagonist by riddling them with imperfections or relatability. Sounds good. The execution is done annoyingly though. Deadpool with annoyingly breaking the fourth wall for no reason. Disney with silly goofy female protagonist who actually trips and falls sometimes. Haha, awesome. Yeah, okay. That's what that is it? It's the sorry, what did you say it was? Adorkable trope. It's to try to make them seem less. It's more relatable. Yeah, you're trying to they're trying to make the protagonist more relatable. Yeah, with imperfections. I see what you mean. Cool. There's more to it, but I'm trying not to spam. No, that's cool, Ted. I think that's a really good explanation. I can sort of see what it might be. If you want to find out more what adorkable is, then I'm just going to tap into Google, aren't I? Find out properly. Maybe I'll just do that actually right now. I won't look properly, but the deed has done. Deadpool breaking the fourth wall is a tradition from the comics, though. Yes, it is. But as Ted rightly, in my opinion also, says, it's done poorly. I think it's done poorly. I agree. I think it's not done well. It was done much better in the first and second films, right? It was done better. There's no question. But they weren't really. Were they even Disney films? I don't like. It feels like a different film. Like someone's taken over and they've brainstormed it in the executive C-suite, and they've been like, you know what? My daughter says we should have more of this, more of the fourth wall stuff, and it's like, I don't think the right people were in charge of that film or something, but it was awful. And then they, promoted it. They spent so much money on it, so much money promoting it as well, that people think, well, this is good because it's everywhere, and it's like, no, it's bad, but it's also everywhere. You're right. Just because you're supposed to like something, it's supposed to be good, doesn't mean that the end product is then therefore good. You gotta think for yourself. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Ted, it often starts, fine at the very least, but then it just fails. Yeah, we'll watch that then. We'll watch that already, yeah? Like with Disney, Rapunzel started the trope there, and it was fine, but now it's become insufferable as the trope has stayed in their movies. Yeah, Rapunzel, okay. I think my girls really like that one, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good film. I hate to say I hate the style, although the series might be good. So you're not a fan of the trailer of the Terminator? Was it a TV show? Was it just a one-off? Was it just like an animated feature or something? And yeah, no, what I'm also not a huge fan of the style. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the style. But if the story is good, I think that I'd get past that pretty quick. Nicole, I didn't feel it either when I watched it. Probably need to watch it again. You talking about what, Deadpool and Wolverine now? There's no reason to watch it again. I don't know. That's totally fair. All I can say is I personally rank it third in the franchise after 2 and 1. Oh, you are talking about the Terminator. Didn't feel it. I'll give it a go. I mean, obviously, I'm just gonna watch it. I'm just gonna watch the first one and see how I get on, and I'm not gonna watch it if I'm not interested in it. Okay, so let's. Well, yeah, no, we can show. So, should we try and rank the Terminator films? It's too easy, isn't it? Terminator 1's the best one. Terminator 2's the second best one, and then the rest of them are not very good. I actually thought that the last film with Arnie in was quite good. It had the woman from *Halt and Catch Fire* in, and I think she's awesome. I think she did a pretty good job as like an augmented human. The film itself was. But it's kind of fun, but I don't know. There's certain bits in it was quite good. Ariel says, yeah, that is fair. I just really don't like that style of anime, which this clearly aims at. Yeah, it's like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. And I'm not that bothered, but, you know. Rapunzel being adorable is perfect for a literally shut-in princess who's never even been allowed to leave her home. It makes sense. But the other ones, no. Most of our Disney princesses are pretty dang capable. And so they should be. Exactly. But you're right, I get it now. I get that they're doing the I totally get what you're saying. They are using that trope when it shouldn't be used, aren't they? Watching Blade Runner Black Lotus. Ooh. And it's really good. Better than the movie it prequeled. No way. Blade Runner Black Lotus. I do not know of this. Or do I? Have I heard about it and forgotten about it? Blade Runner Black Lotus. I'm going to type that in. Blade Runner Black Lotus. So this is an animated Blade Runner thing? Lotus. Okay, cool. It's this, yeah?
It's more than a man's cobalt side effect. You might have compromised yourself. Or you keep me alive.
Skip. I know I have seen this, I think. Have I? Is this it?
I gave the people manna when heaven would not oblige. If a man is capable of stealing the credit for a feat of such enormity, I say, give him time.
Why are my dreams getting worse? What did you do to us?
Don't worry. I'm just gonna ask you some questions.
A royal trouble-free companion, given to you upon arrival, absolutely free.
20 years ago, a corporation made artificial people. Call them replicants. Hoping they do all our heavy lifting without ever complaining.
Music seems misplaced.
Humanity would have starved without you. But ideas mean nothing without the money and power to actualize it.
Police units are en route.
Suspect is female, 20s.
LAPD, stop! What are we up against?
You said you had it all under control.
How do you expect to control nature?
I know what I have to do. I'm going to kill them all.
Yeah, I got mixed thoughts about that. Mostly because the trailer's giving me mixed messages, I think. like some of the shots and some of the style is quite nice. So that looks kind of a cheap 2000s video game cutscene. The music was bad. I mean, the music was really bad. And I think that if you're not gonna have decent music in your trailer at least, then you're messing something up. It was also very slow paced. Kind of made me wanna. I was kind of getting a bit bored of it. I'm not sure. And the animation is a bit iffy. I think you're probably right. Yeah, it was a bit iffy. Seemed a bit low budget or something. But then again, maybe the actual thing could be okay if you get into it and you kind of get into the story. So, yeah, I don't think it was a very good trailer either. But also, I'm willing to maybe think that it's okay. I don't know. But you're watching the actual show and you think it's good, yeah? And it's a TV show again, right? I mean, I assume you think it's worth watching as soon as you're watching it, or you're doing it for some kind of weird, twisted reason. Right, where are we up to in chat? I don't know. Where are we up to? Yes, okay, so you just said you were watching that and then I watched the trailer. Don't try to make a dang princess relatable to my daughters. Yeah, don't you dare. Make them into their own person and tell a story. Relatability isn't always good. Yeah, because the thing is like here, this is as if just a normal person was put into this role and they were like, God, what's going on? I don't know what's happening, and trip over their own shoes or whatever. Whereas, and it doesn't fit who these people are, you know. They were princesses or whatever. They had been, you know, trained and groomed and whatever, you know, just like Paul Atreides. And you don't see Paul Atreides being all adorkable and, you know, doing. It's like, oh, I'm just a dork. It's like, no, and just imagine if they Disney-fied that. Oh my gosh, that would be awful. Well, another thing we're watching actually recently is the Dune show, Dune Prophecy, which follows the Bene Gesserit, sect, mostly, and intrigue in the palace of the Emperor. Yeah, you know, I'm not bothered about it, is the thing. I was going, I imagine you were about to say, yeah, you should really watch it. And I can't say that, because I don't think it's actually all that good. I'm now so far into it that I'm going to continue watching it just to see what happens, I guess. But I think that it's got real issues, and I don't think it's as good as it should have been. Like, you know, compared to the films, which are amazing, I think that a lot of the stuff happening in the TV show, it just feels a bit cheap and soap opera-ish, you know? It's like Dune, but like soap opera. It's like, I don't want to watch that. It's not right. It's a bit made for TV, you know what I mean? Right, so it's an 8-episode show, Terminator 0. Good. Oh, Errol, no, actually that's wrong. Terminator 1 is the best one. No, you get it. You're mistaken. Maybe you're getting mixed up. It's called Terminator 1. That's the best one. I can't differentiate between any of the new ones. They all blend together. That's fair. It's a fair statement. And this is a prequel to Blade Runner 2049, which obviously is an amazing film. I love it to bits. 3 and all the later ones blend together. I remember 3. 3 stands out, but then I also remember Batman was in one of them. I don't know how Batman got into it, but there you go. This guy, Ted, says, I find myself to be insufferable regarding movies that touch on subjects and fields that I work in. It doesn't work like that. That's not possible. That's ridiculous. It's all I think, and that's a joy stealer. Sometimes you really need to turn your brain off, don't you? You're describing every IT-related event in TV and movies. What? You mean that when you're hacking into the system, they don't have a whole screen they don't have multiple monitors all scrolling with text and information just at high speed that no human could possibly interpret or take in at that time. And they're just like typing fast on the keyboard, and then they're like, I'm in. And that's like, yeah, that's nonsense what you just did. That is not how anything works. But that's just a trope. I don't know why they never bothered to getting it right, because, you could make a good film about that, which is actually, real, but they don't do that for some reason. It's because they don't want you to know how to do it for real. Ted, yes, most of those sequences make me scream. The animation is a bit iffy. That trailer for the Blade Runner was not great. But do you think I should watch the first episode? I will do my best to do so. I will try. I'll see what happens. I hope we don't have an Aquaman 2 situation though, that's all I'm going to say, because it can get pretty bad. Aurelia says, I wanted to share the Psycho Pass trailer, but wow, the English trailer is complete butt. It's complete butt. Oh no, Aurelia's getting ads now. Don't subscribe though, Aurelia, because this is a temporary account. That would be silly. Blade Runner is one of the best films ever made, in my opinion. I think Blade Runner is a pretty good film, but it's a bit slow, and I find it slow. 2049 I think it's actually a better film than the original. Aurelia says, notably, the Dune show is like what several thousand years prior to the films. It is. It doesn't mean it should be bad though. Hello to Ambient. Hello, how you doing? I have been loving your Instagram posts. I've done a couple of good ones recently, haven't I? Yeah, I've taken a few good photos. Sometimes I take an okay photograph, and that's a few occasions right there. Dune. Yeah, Aurelia's got it. Dune, but a Game of Thrones kind of feel to it a little bit, except also not as good. Yeah. I'm enjoying the Dune show, but it's also a bit of a disappointment. Similar to how I feel, except I think I'm enjoying it less. But there's little moments where I'm like, okay. Excuse me. Tried to watch the second part of Dune, the film, Dune Part 2, but it was so dark, couldn't see a bloody thing. That's weird. Did you turn your TV on? Maybe if you had the sound, but you'd forgotten to turn the TV on, that could do it. Yeah. So just double check, make sure, because I don't know. It should be visible. You should see stuff. I don't know. Wait, did you have your eyes open? This isn't another question. I just need to quickly check. It's like I'm going through the basic kind of checklist. Forgive me if it's all too obvious. Right, TV was on. Did you have your eyes open? Because some people, they wouldn't necessarily know to. I don't know. You know what people are like. Ambient says, there's a website that lets you type on the keyboard and have it show a lot of meaningless text like that movie trope. It's pretty funny. Okay, come on, let's do it. I wonder if it works on iPad. How'd you do it? Do you know what they... Drop a link if you got it, if you can find it, and I will do it on my iPad and we'll see it right here. See if it works. I'll do a hack. Live on stream, I will hack the Pentagon. Maybe. Depends how good the website is. Best hacker moment is Swordfish. Yeah, I know. I know why you like that one, Errol. I know why you like that one. Not because of the hacking. Oh, really? Really? Not because of the hacking? Yeah. Mr. Robot. I agree, Ted. I agree. Mr. Robot is the closest to proper hacking depicted in a TV show. Mr. Robot was pretty good. Okay, and I really liked, what's his name? Remy. Is it Remy? I can't remember his name now, but he was really good. The guy, the hacker guy. He is so cool. Really, really well played and very, very relatable. I was like, wow, he's definitely. Did they just get a hacker off the street and just put him in a TV show? That's kind of seems a bit cruel, but he'd probably be better off just hacking. Does he know he's on TV? No, it was a really good show, that wasn't it? I never finished it. Did it finish? I assume it finished, but I never watched the end. I kind of got bored. These things happen. Willie's got to dip to the store. They close in an hour because Sunday. Yeah, sure. Well, I'm going to finish soon. I think. It was on. It might have been a bad rip. Yeah, that's probably what it was. You want to get a good rip. Get yourself a good rip. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Okay, I don't know if I have, but I'll see if I can find it. Did you find it, Ted? Oh, Ted maybe got it. Hold on, let's see. Let's see if Ted found the one. Can I give this a go? Is this how you do your hacking, Ted? Is this what you use? For real? Here we go. Yeah, no, I've seen this one, I think. Oh yeah, I've seen this one. So you just type, yeah? No, hold on. Are we gonna type? Yeah, we are. No, yeah, this just types, and it types pretend code, doesn't it? Yeah. Here we go. Watch this. So I'm just gonna do some hacking now. I made a start. This is nonsense. What are you talking about? That's not how that statement works. What? I know, but some of it could pretend to be code that actually does something. What are you doing there? No. It's kind of cool. I'm just writing. Yeah, hold on, I haven't finished it. I'm almost. Oh, you're in already, are you? God damn it. I'm gonna just finish this function. I'm getting quite a few nested while loops, which is not a good idea, but there you go. I'm in. I got full access now. Let's try and download all the stuff. I'm just gonna download all the stuff, and then we'll figure. I don't know what to do with it. We'll it's just downloading now. You can't see it, but it's a little bar coming down. Cool. That was a worthwhile stream in the end. Built a bit of Lego, hacked the Pentagon. Various. I'm a variety streamer after all, so. Thank you for the link. That was quite funny. Yeah, he's really good. He was the baddie in James Bond as well, wasn't he, recently? You're hacking into the framework. Into the framework? Ouch. Rude. It looks like Visual Basic. No, it's not Visual Basic. It's a C language that. It could be C, actually. It could just be C. Yeah, I think that could be C. Thank you. Yes, I like that. I think I've seen it before. There's another one which is like a Matrix screensaver as well, isn't there? Is there a Matrix one? I don't know. Probably. Maybe we'll look at that one next time. Yeah, it's good. Good times, guys. Good times. Thanks for the company. Thanks for watching the stream. We're gonna probably end it there. I built the body. Next stream, which will probably be Wednesday. I've got a date on Wednesday. I'll probably have a stream like on Tuesday. I'll see if I can do a stream on Tuesday. If not, it's Tuesday. It's gonna be Thursday, and we're gonna carry on with R2D2 building his head and his little legs, and maybe we'll give him a little face. I don't know what we'll do, but it'll be fun. I'm sure we'll have fun doing it no matter what. Let's see who's on so we can raid them. I don't usually stream this late on a Sunday because I started late because I was so hungover. I'm not as hungover now. A little bit. I'm gonna go and just collapse on the sofa after this. Sweating. You can't tell what's going on under here. That sounded bad, actually. Okay, who's on? There's quite a few people on. We got...
No,
actually, no, there's not many people on. There never is on a Sunday. Okay, what's Merryweather?
Wants to destroy the NHK.
Cool.
What do I want to do? I want to use those frosty trinkets.
No, I don't want you to use your frosty trinkets. I'm gonna have a look on the Browse channel. We're gonna see if there's any Lego builders on the Lego Buildings channel. Where is it? Lego Building, Lego Brick Building. Is there anyone on? Because it's nice to raid someone who I've never raided before. Actually, quite enjoyed doing that. And you know what? There's quite a few people on. Look, she looks nice. Oh, that's me. What shall we do? I probably want to try and raid an English speaking one, because most people are English speaking. Sundays off for Lego. Right, maybe Sugar Cube. Yeah, Sugar Cube. Oh wow, 100,000 followers. Gosh, they got a lot of followers.
Sugar Cube Hype 1.
Cool. Well, we're gonna raid Sugar Cube. I've never raided her before or seen her or anything. So let's just get this raid set up. She's very popular. I'm glad you called me too. Raid. Paste. So we're raiding Sugar Cube. She's building like a little Christmas. It looks like a gingerbread house actually. It looks really cool. I don't know what it is, but it's like a Christmas house thing. And so we're gonna raid her. She's building Lego. So yeah, hope you have a continued good Sunday. Take care, everyone. It's been really nice to hang out with you. I'll see you again very soon. We're gonna make Sugar Cube. So be nice. Bye, everyone. Take care. Mwah.